In the middle of the night or early Friday morning, depending upon where you are in the world, a group of experienced comics professionals get together to examine and instruct about the art form that they love. That's great comic artwork on Comics by Night, Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern, here on the Indie Comics Network, indiecomicsnetwork.com.
What was that? This is not a charade.
I love Rodney Dangerfield. All right, welcome. 100 episodes.
Oh, hi. 100 episodes. That's a lot.
100 episodes of doing just enough to get by.
Just enough to get by.
Just enough. That's all you can do.
Yeah, boy, if that ain't the truth, right? Oh, man. So, Randy, how was your week?
Crazy as usual. Just nutty. So, my daughter's neighbor decided to blow up their house.
What, their house or your daughter's house?
Oh, like blow it up?
Their house, but it caught the daughter's house on fire to her apartment. It's a total wreck. So she's had to move. That's the other daughter. The 2 weeks before that, the other daughter's neighbor's house caught on fire. Almost became a bad situation, but they saw the flames and called the fire department. Fire department was right there, but this daughter, the whole back of their house, the neighbor's house, just blew out and took their roof and all sorts of smoke damage, and just wonderful times. Now we're all sitting around being real cautious about our electricity. I'll tell you that.
Let's see if we can't share this thing up a little bit. Glenn, how about you?
Oh, sorry to bring the whole podcast down.
Welcome 100 episodes.
Pedro.
Other than that, it was crazy. 100 episodes. Pedro.
I can't bring the party up, Lou, because of what's been going on over here. But
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
getting through it. But we've
got a lot of middle-aged. We've got a lot of middle-aged men, and I find men in their 40s just find joy in complaining about crap.
Yeah,
it's almost therapeutic. Right?
I didn't mean to sound like I was complaining. It's just the way it was.
No, I know. I'm just kidding with doing there.
Well, I'm not complaining about people dying. You know what I mean?
I can always bitch about the winter and the cold.
Yeah,
Holy crap,
I
it's
don't.
cold.
I don't complain about people dying either. That's just more space.
I like to see like when I go to like one of the restaurants, local diners. You see all the old guys around there, and they're all talking about their pain and what the doctor's saying, and it's like, yeah. I think at a certain
But you
point,
can either get us guys complaining or younger guys whining that the world owes them something.
Yeah, that's
insufferable.
horrible. Yeah,
Absolutely
that's worse.
insufferable. Yeah.
dude. When I get into like extreme old age, I wanna be that old guy that looks like he knows where the treasure is hidden, but he can't talk.
Right.
There's always one that goes like,
Yeah, it's like he knows something. He knows where the bodies are buried.
But I say it's like driving. I say it's like driving. If you've been anywhere this morning in your car and you don't cuss at someone, you're not paying attention.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the way I see it. And it was my birthday on Monday, so
Happy birthday.
we're all getting older.
Whiskey, how about you?
Cake.
How's my week going? Oh, it's good. I've just been working a whole bunch. I like working.
That's good. Works
I
good.
feel busy.
Work is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Pedro, how about you, buddy?
Oh, same as whiskey. Working, getting things done. No time to complain.
Done. So we're going to be doing 3 giveaways this morning, guys.
All right.
We're doing it 3 times. 3 times today. We're going to be giving things away. At the bottom of every hour, we are going to look at the timestamps on the chat. And if you participated in that hour, then you are going to be able to get whatever is at the end of that hour. At the end of every hour, we're going to be doing 1 copy of Hybrids Volume 1, Trash Day, and then one of these 3 gifts, and we'll pick before we give them away. You guys might remember the chicken lamp.
Okay, that has a whole new meaning now.
So
Yeah.
we got the chicken. I normally buy these weird things for Nerd Bacon to show them off.
Yeah.
I'm not doing not everything this morning is getting given away, right? Because Pedro is now remembering some of the things that we've given away, that we've bought to show off on the show.
That's in my past, guys. I don't do that anymore. So
Chicken lamp. It's USB lamp. Goes right into your desk. It's great. The butt is an egg light up. It's fantastic.
nice.
Already
also
chickens in the chat. Look at that.
Chickens in the chat. Yep.
We're also going to be giving away a pencil set. It's a brand new pencil drawing kit that I just acquired.
Look at them.
I acquired a couple of them.
Oh,
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's useful.
Oh.
Yep, very
Yeah.
useful, very nice.
Mhm.
It's about a $15-20 value, I think. So we're giving that away this morning. Again, we are covering shipping. You don't have to even pay for shipping on these things.
I'll tell you what we're not. I'll tell you what we're not giving away.
But,
Not give-
look at that.
oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
Gorgeous. Let's
That's
do a little
awesome
miracle bell on
statue.
it.
Yeah,
Comic
look at
Crusaders.
that.
Yeah,
dude.
cool.
Wow.
Yep.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
Very
nice.
cool.
And we're going to be giving away a Cyber Frog figurine.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm giving away a little Cyber Frog this morning.
Haha.
There you are.
We're going to give
Very
away
cool.
those 3 things this morning. I was almost tempted. So I was almost tempted to give away the booty shorts. You know, the underwear with the butt pads.
Yeah.
So I was almost tempted to do that. And then I was tempted to give away the Danny DeVito pillow.
Oh
But
no.
I couldn't part with that one.
Couldn't
No,
part with
no,
it.
no, no.
Yeah,
No.
not yet. No.
Nope.
No, we need another milestone. So we'll do another milestone for that one.
That's Wolverine, baby.
Yes. No, he's more my pick.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be sad we're not giving away Pedro.
Yeah.
He's more my
I-
pick to play.
I understand. But if you wanted that, you should have contacted me in 1998, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, he's more my pick to play Trash
I'm
Man.
the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
There's trash all over the ring.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Let's welcome our chat this morning. We got Hojo in here. Welcome, Hojo.
So,
Happy
Hojo.
100. We got Ronan's Reviews in the house. He's here as well. Happy 100. Thank you. Frederick Guamont is in the house. Congrats on 100 shows, guys. You know, 100 of
Yay.
anything is a lot. It takes a lot to get there. Quick history. You guys may not know this, but this show started as a spite thing.
Spike
So, yeah, it was
Really?
a Spike cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was another network that we were involved with
Oh,
before
gee.
before we took our nap, and when we woke up, they had royally screwed us. And one of the things that
Dredge
we
up
wanted
old
to
memories.
do
Yeah.
together as a group was to stream over everything that they streamed, to have an alternative, right? And they did a 9 a.m. Thursday morning coffee news show, whatever, right? And I was like, gee, no one wanted it. Like, no one wanted to do that. So I volunteered. I volunteered to do the 9 a.m. Thursday to go right over top of their morning buzz or whatever they called it.
They didn't keep that going at all.
No, that I believe, if I remember correctly, which has been a long time ago, they started the stream and we sniped the whole audience. And they closed the stream down. So it worked. And then rather than saying, I'm done, I did it for 100 episodes. So take that. And my daughter noted that most of the things that I start in my life and just keep doing, it's out of spite. She goes, you do a lot of spite projects, don't you? I go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She goes,
you should have said, yeah, and you're one of them.
right, right. Yeah. If only I was quick enough to have that one, eh?
Yeah. Sneeze. Say yeah.
Welcome, Levi Skeen. We got Levi Skeen in the house. Congratulations, 100.
Hey.
Create TV is in the house. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome. It's good to have you here,
Hey.
Dr. Mask. Thanks for joining us this morning. We've got Creator Studio in the house, 100th. Let's go. Benjamin Soto is here. I smell bacon. Yep. Oh, welcome, Comic Crusaders. Very cool website. Very cool guy, Almega. Yes, very cool guy. Those hoes are there. We got Nick Gear. Nicholas
back.
Gear, welcome. Good
It's
to have
actually
you.
his front, but that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Howdy, folks.
Let me see who else do we got going on here. People are chicken. Yeah, it's very cool.
Chicken.
Could use those pencils. There you go.
Chickeny morning.
Now, I never actually wore the booty shorts.
Yeah.
I never actually put them on. Okay.
That's a different kind of deal.
So they're basically their underwear with pads that go in the backside to make it look like you have a butt. So someone sent me the ad. I thought it was funny, so I bought a pair to show them off on the air. I do that from time to time.
He definitely wore them.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Create TV. Thank you very, very much. Congrats for the 100. Listening while working out. Very good. Very good.
Success.
Awesome. Yeah. Guys, we're going to read through the news today, and we're going to keep an eye on the time so that we can give away some stuff. I think the first thing we're giving away today is the pencils. I think we're going to do the pencils first.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're going to give away the pencil set first today. So stick around, be a part of the chat. And at the end of the hour, we will pick our winner randomly from the chat, and then we will have you DM us your address so we can send it to you. Okay, thank you very much for that.
Insane's in the house. Good morning.
Insane in the membrane. Speaking of insane, here we go, guys. I lost my tab. You know that happens from time to time.
Yep.
You know why?
No.
See, your actions have consequences. When you oppress people, they rise up in a fiery anger.
Those are my very first clips.
Don't we? Yeah.
And in good fashion, here we get to start out with a very good, very fun news article. Oh, geez.
Wow.
There
we are.
You guys might remember a little while ago that Texas was requiring that books put a rating on there, like comic books, things like, different books that are going to go in libraries and schools only. Not everything, but libraries and schools. If that's where you wanted to market, that's where you're going to put your stuff through Scholastics. Then what you needed to do was slap a rating on there to let them know if it had sexually explicit material in it.
But Luke, didn't they do that with like rap and metal CDs in the 90s? Like
Yeah.
Parental advisory, explicit alerts.
It actually helps.
Tipper.
Yeah.
Tipper Gore push that.
See,
Actually,
that stuff shouldn't be in libraries and especially schools anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Putting a
right.
choice up. They shouldn't be given a choice for that kind of stuff, from what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
It's further eroding the fabric of public decency. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's a fun little update for you. So the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit has blocked the state of Texas from enforcing a law that requires vendors to provide content rating for books sold to schools, saying it will probably be found unconstitutional. This is the second time that a judge has issued an injunction in this case. In his written opinion, Circuit Judge Don Willett paid particular attention to the arguments made by two bookstores that the law has already hurt their business and that the cost of creating the ratings could put them out of business altogether.
Good Lord, they've kept adult content out of the hands of kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hurt their business. That doesn't say a lot about their business.
Who are we going to sell a smut to?
Exactly.
Come on, Judge.
Ratings would cost 200 to 1K? Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm not buying it either, my friend. I'm not buying it either. Blue Willow Books stated on the court to the court that it in the past 5 to 7 years it had sold over $200,000 worth of books to the Katy Independent School District, but that the district has paused all its book buying because of the new law. They also estimated that determining the ratings would cost between $200 to $1,000 per book.
Yeah, it's a
Not
lot.
buying it.
Yeah.
And that providing the ratings.
That's ridiculous.
It's like,
Got a
hey,
note.
I got a warehouse full of smut over here. Come on.
Yeah. Cost a note from the editor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Noting what label needs to be put on the book.
Yeah.
Just like with video games, just like with movies,
Just like with music.
just
You
like
can later,
with music.
you could do that for minimum wage. Just hire somebody. Hey, is that smut or not? That's
they-
smut.
Yeah. Yeah, just label this smut. Just
Editors are too lazy to do their job. That's what it is.
Al, my brother, you have found the right place this morning.
mm-hmm.
We are all in agreement with you.
Yeah.
This stuff does not need to be in the hands of kids, and anybody that says otherwise is a groomer and should be on a list somewhere. That's my opinion. That's my
You know,
opinion.
the CBLDF used to be a real positive force in the comic industry, protecting artists that were labeled as smut, uncalled for, labeled as smut peddlers.
Yeah,
And now
I
they're
love that.
protecting smut peddlers
Sorry.
from being labeled as smut peddlers. That's great. Great CBLDF. Fantastic job.
More like pedos.
Yeah,
Everywhere
gold
pedos.
clap.
Dr. Mask is agreeing this morning.
Holy
Gold
crap. This is a
All
shame.
around. Gold clap. Yeah.
It actually kind of angers me.
Yeah.
Nothing should be censored. There, in no way in here is anything being asked to be censored. It's being asked to be labeled in order to keep out of the hands of the impressionable youth,
Bingo.
and
don't,
to keep the parents happy.
I don't understand why you need a label anyway. These people have not got common sense.
Yeah.
Which
Not anymore. It's
obviously
all
they
out the
don't,
window.
but it's-
Well,
it's
no,
true.
because there's people that have an agenda and that are wanting to get inappropriate material to kids.
Yeah,
Now we're forced to put up a fence.
yeah,
It's why we put a fence around our house.
yeah.
It's why we lock our doors at night.
Mhm.
You know, it's we don't take the doors off of our house so people can just walk in. We put up a barrier. Texas is just trying to put up a barrier to
Fence.
protect the kids because there's people trying to come in and
And-
warp their brain.
Not only,
Not only
they
that,
just
not only
want
that,
it
but
properly
this-
filed. That's
yeah,
all.
but-
They don't
but
want
this-
it out of the
This campaign is so.
Hey guys,
like,
we're talking
open.
to each other.
Yeah. But this campaign is so open, like dirty. Like this is like a one-handed agenda because the other hand is somewhere occupied, somewhere else. You know what I mean? These are
Right.
horny people trying to push something that is utterly evil, and they're not ashamed anymore.
No.
So what should we do? Like I think censoring is not the end goal here.
No,
something needs to be
it's
done.
well, common sense would be like Frederick said.
Yeah,
it will
yeah.
lead to arbitrary censorship.
The main thing for me is that it's like most things, you've got to. It's not what's going on; it's who's allowing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To address Glenn's question there about the labels and stuff, why we don't or why we didn't used to need them. Well, we didn't used to have as many stupid people out there as either. So some of these parents are too dumb to look at the material and then be like, hey, maybe this isn't appropriate. But now we need caution hot on freaking coffee cups.
Yeah,
So,
I think those people have always been there since the beginning. But I think now the internet has shown us where they are.
I'm not a smart man.
Everybody has a voice now.
Okay. Let's continue the article. It says they also estimated. All right, so that we've already read that part. That providing the ratings of the book has also already sold to the schools as required by the law could run anywhere from $4 million to $500 million just to add ratings to the books they've already sold. An unsupportable burden for a store with annual sales of about 1 million.
Like to see that proven.
Yeah, I would too. Texas HB 900, also known as the Reader Act, requires booksellers to categorize any book they intend to sell to schools as sexually explicit, sexually irrelevant, or no rating. The law is retroactive, requiring booksellers to also provide ratings for books already sold to the schools and to recall any books they had previously sold if they were rated sexually explicit. The Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, 2 bookstores, and several other organizations filed suit challenging the law. And in September of 2023, a federal judge issued an injunction stopping enforcement of the ratings requirement while the lawsuit is ongoing. In his written opinion granting the injunction, the judge said that the law was likely to be found to violate the First Amendment. Likely, not that it would, likely. After Texas appealed the injunction, however, another court issued an administrative stay, allowing the law to go forward. On January 17th of this year, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit reinstated the injunction, once again halting enforcement of the law, finding that it was burdensome to booksellers and was likely to be found unconstitutional. In both opinions, the judges stated that because the booksellers were required to provide the ratings or lose a significant portion of their business, the state was compelling speech, which is a violation of the First Amendment, because the law was likely to be found unconstitutional, and because it was already causing harm to the plaintiffs. Judge Willett reinstated the injunction and blocked enforcement of the law while the appeal proceeds in the lower court.
That was an uninformed opinion.
Yeah.
By a judge listening to one side of the argument.
Yeah.
It is not hard to say, guess what? There's sex in this book.
Yeah. I like the fact that they use compelled speech, like pronouns, maybe. Isn't that on the same ballpark?
Yes, because it talks about sex.
Yeah.
Because that would be sexually relevant. That's what the months ago when the law first hit, we covered it that week pretty in depth, and it was so anything that had sexual content would be considered explicit. So it would actually show sexual acts or depict them in word or picture, and then sexually relevant was that it talks about gender and sexuality as an identity and in other ways like that. So you would be able to go to the book store, you'd be able to look at it, it's like, oh, well, this does talk about sex as an identity, things like that. So that content is in here so parents could decide one way or the other. But if it was sexually explicit, if it had sex acts in the book, they were supposed to be recalled and labeled moving forward. So that's what the law says, and I'm not opposed to that.
No sane person would be opposed to removing that stuff.
No. Well, on a lighter note, Funko and Goliath, they seem to be doing okay.
Just Funko's games assets.
Right.
Yeah.
Privately owned game and toy company Goliath has acquired the game assets of Funko. As Funko streamlines its operations in the wake of ongoing losses and sales declines. Ongoing is absolutely true. They are struggling. They're losing money hand over fist. The company announced. The transaction is designed to keep with our previously stated goals of streamlining our business by focusing on our core assets. Funko interim CEO Mike Lunsford said in a statement accompanying the announcement, "We intend to use the proceeds from this transaction to reduce our debt." The deal includes the assets, including intellectual properties of Funko's board game development studios, FKA Forrest Prusen Creative, and board game design team Prospero Hall, which Funko acquired as it moved into the game business in 2019.
They actually have sorry to interrupt you. They actually have quite a few decent IPs under their belt for their games. They got the Goonies, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
What else they got there? It's not important. There's actually some decent IPs though. Like you'd be surprised. So
Funko needs to be gone too. What an annoying thing to see at cons.
Yeah.
Wall after wall sold by every vendor. Yeah.
You're not joking, man. Welcome, Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk is in the house. Don't forget, we're giving away at the end of the hour. We've got about 30 minutes. We'll right about that time, we will be giving away a pencil set and a book to one person in the chat.
So Goliath also acquired Funko's current inventory of games and puzzles. I wonder how many warehouses that is.
Wow, I mean, yeah.
Take our stock, please. Yeah.
So they bought off the stock as well.
Yep. Goliath and Funko also entered into an exclusive license and distribution agreement for Funko's portfolio of games, which provides that Goliath will be the exclusive worldwide distributor of Funko's current catalog of games and puzzles. Goliath and Funko will collaborate to develop and distribute new games and puzzles. Under the agreement, Goliath is making its initial payment, followed by future minimum guaranteed royalty payments for the use of the Funko brand.
It's actually not too bad of a deal because they're leaving all the Funko Pops and just taking the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other Funko Pops are even for the...
Even Funko to deal with the Pops.
Yeah. Someone's popping.
Here, take the trash. You keep it, we'll take the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they certainly did pull the Atari ET game move.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good one.
Landfill that stuff.
Yeah, landfilling.
Funko Games is a highly regarded brand that includes hundreds of board games recently created, as well as a great portfolio from Forrest Prusen. Goliath CEO Jacques Galad said,
yeah, probably Johannan.
Well, maybe, anyway. But there's a C in there, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Is it like a? We look forward to bringing the Funko brand and style to the game aisle in new and innovative ways. I always love to hear new and innovative ways.
Yeah,
it means we're going to try some. It means we're going to try some stuff and hope it works.
Yeah, no. To me, it's just like a scream in a room with the lit lights out. Like, we don't know what we're doing, guys. Ah!
So, are there really any such things as new and innovative ways?
Yeah, and new ideas and innovate. Yeah, sure, I guess so. You can make.
There will always be new and innovative ways. Yeah,
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think. I think it's a recycling and reworking and reframing of old things that have worked in the past.
It's being innovative, right?
It's all cyclical.
There's probably only about 10 things in the world, and we just keep rehashing the same thing.
Yeah,
variations on a theme.
There are only 10 ways to do a thing, guys. Just
that's what she said.
Well, there's more than 10 pages in the Kama Sutra.
There you go. Aha.
Speaking about books, and you guys are trying to pronounce the name, I thought we were going to summon the evil spirits from Evil Dead there for a second.
Right. It was getting close. Over the past 10 years, Goliath has been assembling a growing portfolio of games, acquiring Pressman Toy in 2014, Jax in 2017, and the Endless Games in 2019. So, should be fun. Should be a good time.
They're
Shows you how the board game market is condensing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and guys, I know you loved Masters of the Universe Revolution on Netflix so much by our good friend, good friend,
that Kevin Smith thing.
Kevin Smith.
Good friend.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
friend, Kevin Smith. You guys know. You know the
Fat
Weepy.
Geek number 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith. I used to love Kevin Smith. I'm telling you what, I was a huge fan. I would put Kevin Smith I would put Easter eggs in my comic books from Kevin Smith movies. That's how big a fan I was.
He used to be actually quite hilarious and funny too.
Yeah.
And very creative. And he's, I don't know, man. I liked him better when he was fat.
Yeah. I have problems with Kevin Smith because I have this fat friend who draws, and he saw himself as Kevin Smith, so that's why I never liked him. But I did enjoy Clerks, the black and white movie.
Yeah, I loved it.
My brother and I
Everything-
avoided Funko Pops and the new He-Man series like the
yeah.
plague.
Yeah.
Never a Smith fan, huh?
Mm-mm.
Nobody out there.
Never. I'm a Never Smith. I'm a Never Smith.
Never Smithy. So, but I know that the show was received so well, got so much acclaim, right? For
Beloved.
being
I think the word-
so,
the word
so
is beloved.
beautifully, so beautifully and wonderfully woke. That Dark Horse is now going to publish a prequel to the Masters of the Universe Revolution Netflix series,
Oh, boy.
because that's what we like to do. We like to let's create things no one asked for.
Yeah.
With Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revolution set to premiere on January 25th of 2024, so he's get a new one coming. Dark Horse Comics has announced a 4-issue prequel miniseries that will launch in May. The comics, also titled Masters of the Universe Revolution. So I believe the first one's called Revelation, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's Revelation and Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Will be written by show
it's-
producer Tim Sheridan.
It's actually a planned trilogy because the last one's called Revulsion.
Revulsion.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it'll be written by show producers Tim Sheridan, Rob David, and Ted Baselli, with art by Daniel HDR. Doesn't have a real last name, just initials.
Daniel
Inks
HDR.
by Keith Champagne. That's a real name. And colors by Brad Simpson. The series is set in the early days.
Guys, it's going to be released on
Of
May
Hordak
15th.
and Skeletor, when their ambition led them to join forces and mix magic with advanced technology.
That sounds sexy.
It does.
Never done
And,
before.
by mixing magic
And technology.
and technology. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's what she said,
Revelation
baby.
is
Mm-hmm.
that all the Mutu will be females.
Matu.
That's what she said.
Yeah, when you mix magic and technology, things vibrate.
They do. In addition, Dark Horse and Mattel Television Studios, which is producing the animated series, revealed a special variant cover for issue number 4 by Tim Seeley that
cool.
highlights a number of characters from the animated series. And here's
Special variant cover for issue 4 because they know that by then some of the retailers might have seen issue 1.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
I think so. Oh.
Reminds me of Dan Barrington.
Yeah.
I like it. It reminds me of like
Okay.
it's like a that could be like a heavy metal poster.
Yeah. But the thing is that
Well,
Ford is
old,
such a cool
old heavy
design.
metal poster. Yeah.
I'm not impressed. I think the pose in the first one is
Yeah,
kind of
I
It's
static.
kind of
agree.
stiff. It's kind of stiff, yeah.
It's
stiff
tired,
pose.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tired. Yeah.
It kind of looks like he's trying to take a dump.
Or holding it in.
Yeah.
I gotta fart. Oh.
He's biting on the stage. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
This is a classic.
Yeah.
This is a classic pose, though.
I like the
Wait,
way. I like
Wait,
the
did
way
you say Biden on the stage?
yeah, he's biting on the stage.
That is not a joke. That is a natural fact.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jack Murray.
Biden.
We've all been in that position. That's why it's so recognizable. But the thing is, like, Hordak is such a cool design, though. Like,
Yeah.
I always like, because he was like the baddie for She-Ra, right? He wasn't really in He-Man.
I'm not a fan of this one.
Yeah, the thing I thought it was a waste because She-Ra was like a girly thing, and I think Hordak is cooler than Skeletor. I mean, design wise, story wise, it was just like meh. All the stories had like those little stupid PSA like, don't put your finger.
This is boring.
Yeah.
Seriously, out of all of these, out of these 9, 7 of them are female.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could argue they're all female because they all effeminate. Look at the last picture there.
Yeah, even Prince.
Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
Yeah, identifies.
I always thought He-Man was a little effeminate anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Is
all
that
like
Skeletor with a green mohawk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
No, there's gonna be tons
All
of
right,
fun.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Is that Captain Crunch? I don't know. That's
Before we do that, Shadowhawk says regurgitation. That happened last year when they kicked the original series up.
Yeah. That would be a good title though.
Yeah, like feeding a seagull.
Retailer
Cover
extras.
rates of Tom King.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Viz to promote One Piece in March with retailer extras. More manga to sell. More manga tie-ins to sell.
Dude.
More retailer extras to sell.
It's their time. I sincerely feel right now it's manga's time. We just have to accept it.
It's about, 6 months since One Piece has been out on Netflix? Yeah, timing.
I had someone on Facebook the other day. I don't get over there that often. I hate social media.
Yeah.
I would go the way of Pete Davidson and never do interviews and not have the internet if I could. Like that would be like the thing for me. But
as long as you don't go the other way of Pete Davidson and flash yourself on the internet.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I thought about it this morning. I mean, we got to give him a show, right?
We didn't have the internet, Luke. We wouldn't be doing this.
True. Yeah. I mean, true. I mean, there's goods and bad to it, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that I saw on there is someone's like, if you use woke as a slur, maybe you're the problem. And I unfriended that person.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I burned.
I was like, no. It's like if you don't understand that woke is a term that's been hijacked by mentally insane people that want to strip you of your rights, then you are the problem.
We can't be friends.
Thanks, Sci-Fi for Me TV. I'll be getting back in touch with you here soon. He asked me to come on and chat with him.
Cool.
And I have not gotten around to respond to the email. It's been very busy.
By the power of Fart Skull. Anyway.
Ooh.
I like that. Fart Skull. New character, new comic book. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Colors on the covers.
I did like the colors on the covers. People saying hi to Glenn. It's nice to have Glenn here today. Glenn was a regular staple on the show for a while.
But then I got it.
Yeah.
But then that Panamanian guy came on and ruined it all.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah. We'll get back to this article here in just a second. Let's
when is that
let's take, since we're about the quarter of the hour, I kind of want to stop and so the show has changed a lot over the last 100 episodes. It's not been 100 weeks because we've taken a couple of weeks off. So it's been a little over 100 weeks, right? Thursdays, Thanksgivings, we never do an episode. And then occasionally a Thursday we'll take off if it's, but we've been pretty consistent. Like we try to do it every week, right? And so, I mean, we started out, the very first episode was me and Nick.
Yep.
And we had a special guest, Dave Brink, who did Perfect 10. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dave, but his work is amazing.
Or Perfect 10.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect 10. Perfect 10. But we had a really good time there, right? And we realized that we might have something. The show was initially supposed to be 1 hour long. That first episode was 1 hour and 47 minutes. We knew then that we had to make it a 2 hour show. So we decided that it was going to be a 2 hour show, and it went 2.5 hours. And so we've settled that it's going to be between 2.5 and 3 hours. The basic time frame is between 9 a.m. and noon. I kind of always wanted to do that, like Bob and Tom thing in the morning. You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but like that morning talk show thing that you listen to on your morning commute kind of thing. That's what I wanted to do. And so we had a good time with it. So Dave was our first guest. Now, over the years, have you guys had a favorite guest? Has there been one that like stands out as, man, I really loved talking with that guy?
I thought last week's was a good show with Ethan.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
That was, for me, that was really, really interesting. I mean, it's always interesting, but that was really interesting what he had to say about all that stuff. Because I don't know a lot about it. I keep away from it. But he was really interesting.
Somebody, I think it was Whiskey, might have said it off camera. It's nice to see him out of character and actually talking business. Yeah.
I think that's what really
That was
is
great.
A charm about this show, is that we get people out of character. You know, it's this kind of, it's really about business. And he had a lot to say about the business of making comics, and his passion for comic books really came out for storytelling, right?
I mean, he's been at this for so long.
So long.
He's got to love it. You know, like, nobody stays in something for 30 years by not loving it. So, yeah, that kind of show.
Yeah. Next week we've got Eric July. I'm looking forward to that one, seeing how that goes.
Yeah. I think it's going to show up.
Yeah, I think he's going to show up. Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be a fun conversation. I think we're going to get a lot of passion from him as well. And again, you know, I think we have kind of this environment where people kind of get out of character what you're used to seeing, because it is very much we don't focus on the drama, the hot takes, or any of that kind of stuff. We focus on actual business. You know, I'm looking to get voices from all sides of comic books and entertainment across here. I think one of my favorite guests has to be Mike Barron.
Oh, yeah.
He's been on a couple times, and he's always a joy. Always has great things to say. But I think the week where I really nerded out and learned a lot was when we had Gary Martin on.
Oh yeah,
that was good too.
Yeah, that was a really good week, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gary was my favorite. It's my favorite too.
So Gary be your favorite too?
Yeah. Favorite guest on the bacon.
Just call me insane. Says definitely think that's what the indie scene is missing. More talk on how to make comics, run the business. Yeah.
You know. I'm slightly biased on this, but I think Russ Leach is our best guest when he shows up.
Oh. But he's like guest / regular. Like, I don't know. I feel like Russ is part of that. Maybe that's how I feel. But I think Russ is part of this group.
Well, he's like the inner circle almost.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the best shows are obviously the one, like we said, like when we do talk about actually making comics and doing art and writing, rather than all the politics coming in, like in life, and spoiling everything. And you can't like somebody because they said that, and it's nothing to do with what, as far as I'm concerned, it's got nothing to do with what we're trying to achieve, which is, almost a cliche, but we just want to make good comics.
Yeah,
I don't care what you do, as long as you're not murdering people and stuff like that. You know, that's obviously important, but I don't care what you think about anything. Let's just make some good comics. And I think that gets lost a lot, and I think that's a shame.
I think that like we need to focus on that, how to make good comics and how to get them to people too. That's something. That's a topic that we should like strive to follow, and that has nothing to do with politics or who's wearing what or who likes who. You know, it's just like, okay, marketing wise, what are we doing wrong that people don't know we're here?
Yeah.
We have to beat manga, guys.
There has to be some kind of balance between like entertainment factor, topical topics, or topic trending, and everything else we want to talk about, comics and the business and all that stuff. Otherwise, the show will be slightly, because not everybody's going to want to talk about just business or just the logistics of comics or just comics. Sometimes they want to talk about the people involved in comics, and it can get off track a little bit to, I guess, the stated goal, but I guess it is what it is. I'm more with Glenn, though. I rather do the what he was talking about, but there are fans out there that like the other stuff.
Yeah, well, I think we achieved that with Randy's Comics by Night. We talk about,
And that
you know,
Sunday Funnies is like that too.
Yeah,
We concentrate more on the
well,
sequential art and
yeah,
the nuts and bolts of
that's
doing
the
it.
recent thing, isn't it? That's sort of come over as like part two, as it were. But I like talking about the artwork and stuff, and the cross hatching and the shadows and the negative space and all these things we talk about, rather than who voted for who last week in the general election, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
And like I keep saying, there's so much great sequential art out there to look at that you just have to take a second and, you know, pull it up and take a look at it, right?
Marilyn Cookie says my favorite guest was that handsome and highly articulate underground comics creator, Dr. Ben. He was the best ever. Marilyn is maybe paid by Dr. Ben to say that. Well, we're not sure yet. We're gonna figure that one out.
We get a free box of pencils.
Hail, hail. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking at I think some of the guests moving forward. I'm really looking forward to trying to get more pros, more ex-pros.
Yeah.
You know, people that have worked in the industry for a while, and then successful indies that maybe have been able to find a way to make a living doing this. Yeah, get out there. And I'm not so worried about, you know, where they fall politically, as long as they're not a crazy mess, right? Because some people, you know, you get them in front of when they're a hot mess, you get them on and they just can't help but talk about stuff, you know.
Yeah.
They immediately want to go to politics, right? Or they immediately want to go to like talking points, and you see it on both sides of the aisle with some of those people. And I'm not really interested in that, because I don't think that helps comic books. I don't think that helps our business, our industry. You know, we've got creator-owned comics, independent comics, and corporate comics, and we need to find a way really to grab more of that market share, I think. And not just grabbing it is easy. Holding on to it is difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Holding on to it is difficult. Hojo said he enjoyed Kelsey's appearance.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, Kelsey was fun. Some of these people, it's hard to get them in because they're so random, right? A lot of people aren't up this time of day. Like right now, there's people that are not up right now.
A lot of them won't even give you the time of the day either.
That's true. A lot of it depends upon where in the world you are as well.
Yeah. Some people are never up.
Some people are never up.
Yeah, it's a big
Typical artist doesn't get up before noon anyway.
Some people just shouldn't be up.
Yeah, it shouldn't be up.
Some people should just take a nap.
And there are pills. There are pills for that too.
There's pills for everything.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, golly, help me. What article we're in? Okay, we were on One Piece, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
Let's do that again. One Piece, yeah.
Mention One Piece.
All right. Before we do that, let's go ahead and do a giveaway, guys. It is about that time. We got about 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a giveaway. We're going to be giving away.
Give it away now.
Give it away now.
Something.
We're going to be doing.
Glenn should be doing drawing vids.
One copy. Yeah, he should be. One copy of Hybrids Volume 1 and this pencil set.
All right.
Oh, here, let me.
Now I have that song in my head.
There you go, guys. Doop, 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 doop. Look at that. It's got.
Wow.
Never been used, brand new.
That's what she said.
I've already got my set of pencils, and this came in the mail, and I thought, hey, this would be a great thing to give out. It's nice case.
Dude, it has a pencil extender. I noticed.
It has a pencil extender, which I wish that might be the only thing of use for me.
Yeah,
is a way to extend my pencil.
Yep. You always want a longer pencil.
That's fancy.
That's fancy stuff, guys. I hear Glenn's snickering.
Yeah. I mean, no matter how long your pencil is, it can always be a little bit longer.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna,
All right.
Are you gonna throw any like hats or additional merch in there with that, or?
Maybe with some of the other ones. This is pretty expensive.
Pencil hats?
Pencil
Pencil
hat.
hats.
Pencil hat. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually pretty expensive. So, I'm going to pick at random.
Yellow too, like the CC brand.
Do we have a drum roll? Anybody?
I put in the private chat who got picked from the randomizer. What do you guys think?
Hey.
All right.
Random
I didn't do a. I should have done a drum roll thing. All right. Well.
How dare you?
Okay. That's a drum roll.
No.
So do we tell them now or later?
We're going to tell them right now.
All right.
Here, we'll let. This is our drum roll.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
And our winner is Comic Crusaders. Welcome.
All right.
Welcome. Good job, buddy.
He
Yeah, you
takes
got
the
picked today.
biscuit.
He takes the biscuit.
How dare you?
He takes the biscuit this morning. Go ahead and message me at luke@fundmycomic.com.
Oh my God.
Give me your address and I'll get this out in the mail to you today.
Oh, that's so close to my real life. It kind of hurts.
Next up, I think we'll do that one.
Cosmic Comic Crusader says, I do not want her biscuit.
I think the chicken lamp will be next, guys. Chicken lamp.
The randomizer. TM.
Yeah.
This is Greta.
We love Greta. We love Greta. So here's let me talk about Comic Crusaders for a moment. So I used to hit them up a lot, but that's a website that features comic book news, and it's another great website that I'll go to often.
Cool.
To look for articles for our morning stuff. So yeah, he's been doing that since, man. I think that Al Mega was the first person I ran into really in like the promotional side for comics when I started hardcore in 2015.
You'll learn to love the biscuit at Comic Crusaders. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. You get used to it.
Yeah,
You'll
learn
bed
to
in
love
the
the
house.
biscuit.
Yeah.
After a while, it's a biscuit. The wrapper might be a little
biscuit.
bit scented, but it's still the biscuit. It's kind of the same.
All right, guys. Okay, so the end of the bottom of the next hour, we are going to go ahead and give away something else. Someone else will win a copy of Hybrids Volume 1, as well as the chicken lamp. You get the chicken lamp, okay? And everyone loves the chicken lamp.
Yeah. Very apropos.
Let's go with extra butter and mayo.
Appropriate.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Okay. Viz Media is going all in on One Piece in March of 2024,
All right.
which will see the release of not only volume 105 of the long-running manga, but also One Piece Ace's story, the manga, an adaptation of the novel of the same name, and the One Piece Food Wars crossover, One Piece Shakoguki no Sanji. I said that wrong, I guarantee it, but I had fun doing it.
I think it looks right. Yeah.
To help retailers promote the 3 new titles, Viz is offering retailers 2 free promotional items. A 30x60 One Piece standee featuring main character Monkey D. Luffy, and a sales kit that will include art cards, temporary tattoos, bookmarks, stickers, a shelf talker, and an open-closed sign.
There you go.
See, here's what look.
Practical gift for a retailer.
American comics, Western comics, they're screwing the pooch. They haven't been giving the fans what they wanted. They've been messing about with the stories and the beloved characters. People are starting to find their way over to manga. They respect the source material, right? And now they're coming in and they're respecting the American retailer as well. Look at that's a great gift.
It is.
Yeah.
30 by 60 standee, a sales kit with free art and tattoos, and that's great. Bookmarks,
Art cards,
stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
there's a
open
problem
close
here,
guide is
though.
cool.
I see a problem here.
Talker.
What about the message, Luke? What about minorities?
They're
What
all
about
Asians. So there you go,
representation?
buddy.
Yeah. What about the representation? This is not right.
I don't
Not
need you
right, I
represented in
say.
this book. I like it. It's just as it is. Volume 104 of One Piece topped the book scan adult bestseller charts for November of 2023.
God bless
And is
him.
one of the top manga properties in the U.S.
Yeah.
And with things like this, I guarantee it's going to be the top in the U.S., I bet.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I'm
boy.
excited about this one.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they don't screw it up.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that cover is killer.
I love that image, man. That
Yeah.
is just
Whew.
that is right up like
Like
that.
he's gonna
I love
slap
that.
you and you're not gonna remember a thing. Whew.
It's gonna hurt.
Dude, it's powerful, man.
Manga's cool. But
Yeah. I get you, Crusader, but that's the thing. Like manga is doing the things properly. And US Comics is not, at least.
So here's the preview for this one. We're going to look at a 32-page full-color book, rated teen plus. It's going to retail for $4.99, available in April by Mad Cave Studios. Mad Cave hasn't typically been doing the floppy game. Have they been doing more graphic novels?
The writers on that are Alex Segura and Michael Marchi, I guess.
What is he?
What are they?
Probably Morikai.
Michael Morrissey.
Does anybody?
Yeah.
Morrissey. Okay. What is
Does anybody know if they've done anything else? Do we know if they're good writers or these guys new guys?
I have no idea.
We can always look it up.
Anybody in the chat?
Let's look up Alex Segura.
I believe Alex has got a couple of credits. The name's familiar.
So that will be a really good determine if you know.
He's acclaimed and an award winning, so he must be good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because people
Okay.
don't win awards for sucking, right?
Yeah.
People don't win awards just for being.
How dare you say that?
Okay, so he did the Black Ghost, Star Wars, Stories of Jedi and Sith, Silent City. That's a book. Seeing comic books, The Dusk. Never seen that, and the cover is not promising.
He's got a friendly face.
Secret Identity. Yeah.
He looks like he could play the killer, like the unassuming killer in a Law and Order episode.
Oh yeah, like he'll put like something in your drink with a syringe.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah, that kind of
So,
killer.
so I didn't bring it up earlier when we were talking about the books having sexual content in it,
Mhm.
but I had recently watched the episode of Law and Order: Criminal Intent with probably one of the best actors in the world, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if the MCU doesn't make Kingpin their primary villain and use D'Onofrio to his fullest talent and ability, they are stupid. Because Kingpin's been everybody's villain in the Marvel universe. He's been everywhere, and he's like that roach that you can't squash, and it could take it back to Earth, instead of being all over the galaxy again. We've done that already. I think Kingpin would be a great option for that. But anyway, so I'm watching this show, and it's about this killer, serial killer that's killing these ladies, and he's got this MO where he chokes them out by tying a rope to their left ankle and then around their neck, and whatever.
Oh yeah, I know that.
But it turns out so they think they got this guy in it, but he's not the killer. It's actually his dad, but he has the same kind of messed up stuff because when he was 7 years old, he found a photo that his dad took of a woman he had killed in this position, right? So the kid, it warped him for the rest of his life, and so he's in therapy and he's worried that he's going to become a killer. And because he fit all the demographic, had the same DNA, they were getting ready to pin these murders on him. But it turned out that it was the dad because, Bobby Gorman is brilliant and figured it out. He realized he didn't fit the profile exactly, right? So we're putting in stories. We've always been putting in stories that things that happen to kids, things they see when they're impressionable, 7 years old, super impressionable, will affect them their entire lives. How do we think that when they pick up a book like Gender Queer and they read those things and they see those things, that it won't somehow impress upon them the rest of their lives at a very impressionable age? People are questioning their gender. They're questioning their identities. They, at that age, they're like, who am I? They want to know who I am. Right. And now it's like, you can't just be a tomboy or a soft boy, or a soft boy. You know what? That's what my daughter calls the soft boys. You know, they're not gay. They're just soft. Right. You can't be one of those things without somehow being in the wrong body. You know, now it's like, I dated a girl who was a tomboy, and I mean, she was very tomboyish, but she was also very girl when she wanted to be. I mean, it's crazy.
So I got some bad news, gentlemen. Yeah. This Mr. Alex here is drinking the woke Kool-Aid.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's got not that many posts for social media, but like at least 1/3 of them are racial injustice. This, woke
TDS.
that. Yeah.
He must have TDS, which that's unfortunate.
Oh, Joseph Segura is decent. Well, he's the Latin Dexter then. You saying LOL? Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, Dick Tracy returns in a new ongoing comic book series from Mad Cave. A new era for the iconic detective starts here. From best-selling and acclaimed author Alex Segura and Michael Morrissey, as an all-new noir-infused chapter in the Dick Tracy legacy kicks off with superstar artist Geraldo Borges. In the aftermath of World War II, the country stands frozen, waiting for the next shoe to drop. In the city, a brutal murder draws the attention of rising star detective Dick Tracy, who soon discovers the bloodshed is just the beginning of a complicated web that threatens to ensnare everything he cares about. Blending the classic elements of the Dick Tracy world, including his iconic villains, supporting cast, and unforgettable watch radio, with a hard-boiled and realistic take. Dick Tracy #1 kicks off a fresh and modern take on the iconic detective that remains true to his rich history. And I hope so.
A fresh and modern take is what, scares the beans out of me.
Yeah, that always scares the beans out of me.
Keywords, yeah. Beans.
I do like the cover. Here's a variant. Oh, I hate seeing all these variants.
That's not flat top.
No, I just hate variant covers.
An attempt at flat top. That's not flat top. Who did that?
I don't know who did that one. Sean Martinborough. Martinborough.
Almost looks like the Dick Tracy movie adaptation that I think was Kyle Baker did. Yeah. There's a good one. There we are.
There you go. We got a blank sketch cover.
Classic.
Let's show that one because that one's worthwhile. Look, all you're getting here is variant cover. Show me some interiors. I do like that cover. That's kind of neat. He's not using proper trigger safety.
No.
Here's some interiors. No lettering on there. They don't want you to know what they're saying.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like the art.
I'm not 100% enthusiastic. I was excited. Now I'm not as much.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. Chat, what do you think? How are you feeling about the Dick Tracy?
Hairy hands.
Curse was the name of the miniseries Morrissey wrote that I read and enjoyed, published by Boom. Okay. Hopefully they can leave their ideology not necessarily out of it, but that it doesn't impact their writing in a negative way. Like, I believe Christians can write good stories as long as they don't set out to try to write a Christian story, you know, like Tolkien. I mean, Lord of the Rings and Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by Lewis.
Oh, Joe says it best there.
As long as he doesn't pour his politics into the book, I don't care what he thinks. Amen. Amen.
Yep. You know who we're talking about that push their agendas and serves into serves into characters? Greed, Hojo. Yep. Salute.
Yeah.
Love to see Matt Wagner tackle Dick Tracy series like this. Yeah,
that'd be cool. This one's fun. Check this out. We're going to get a new Universal monster book, Creature from the Black Lagoon comics, coming in April from Skybound. Not too bad, not too bad. Skybound has announced Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, the second of its licensed comics based on characters from classic Universal horror movies. Written by Dan Waters and Ram V.
Yep.
With art by Matthew Roberts and colors by Dave Stewart. The 4-issue miniseries.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
The 4-issue miniseries is not an adaptation of the film Creature from the Black Lagoon, but a news story set years later. It focuses on Kate Marsden. Nice. A journalist who travels to the Amazon in search for serial killer Darwin Collier and encounters the creature itself. Dr. Edwin Thompson, a character in the original film, makes a return appearance in the comics. The first issue will be released on April 20th of 2024 with open to order covers by Roberts and Joshua Middleton. A 110 variant by Danny, I don't know how to pronounce it, and a 125 classic horror black and white cover by Middleton. A 1 in 50 variant by Joe.
Is it Jolie Jones?
Jolie Jones. That's what it is today.
Yep.
And a 1 in 75 variant by Alex Ross. Cool. Alex Ross. I love that. Skybound acquired the Universal Monsters license in 2023. And the first comic under the license was Universal Monsters Dracula by James Tynion IV and Martin Simmons. Let's take a look. There are 10 images for this one. 9 of them are covers, probably. That one must be the Middleton cover. That's pretty good. Does good feet.
Yeah.
Feet are hard. That's pretty classic looking.
I think it's a poor drawing.
It is a poor drawing. Looks like a lithograph. Oh, and there's that
black and white one. Yeah.
Black and white. So it's the same as the Middleton, but it's just black and white. Well, that's cheap. Now, very painted. But what do the interiors look like? There's the Alex Ross. I wonder if it's just going to be pencils or if he's painting it too.
Don't know.
The interior.
Here's the interiors. And we get letters.
Interesting panels.
They say it's the most peaceful way to die. They say you feel warm, that the brain relaxes as it's deprived of oxygen.
But I know that's not true. I had an uncle.
What do they know?
Yeah.
I had an uncle that was in the Navy. He drowned once, and they saved him. But he said it was the most painful experience he's ever.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
When you're on the edge of dying, it sucks. Especially when you're awake for it. There's no returning to the womb, no gentle embrace by the void, no acceptance. It's just drowning, screaming for air, crawling for life, with every fiber of your dying muscles. I like that. Oh, then she wakes up, and then you're dead. What is that? It's a ceiling fan. It's a dirty ceiling. That's not a great illustration.
The room looks like smaller than the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good illustration.
There's a lot of things wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, There you go.
That hand looks funky. Looks like a root.
Yeah,
It's like a rutabaga. Rutabaga root.
I'm almost guessing AI elements in there, and they just screwed it up.
I hope not.
I could be wrong.
Maybe they just suck at hands. They suck at perspective in environments. Both environments, both backgrounds have been very straightforward. 1 point perspective. They illustrate the face well here. Okay, now this looks cool. I kind of almost know how they did that. I am interested by their panel layout, though.
Yeah, it's meant to look liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Kind of free-flowing.
This is a better environment, like establishing shot, than the other ones.
Yeah.
This one is way better. Like, if it almost feels like someone different drew this.
Yep, it does.
Feels very much like someone else drew it. Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? What's the chat think?
I think if somebody gave me this, I'd probably just
circles.
Throw it in the bin.
How does everyone feel about Tinian? I feel he is overrated. Maybe, yeah, I think so.
He'll swim in circles. I always loved Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Joe, you love you some Graham Nolan. This looks bad. Who's on interiors?
Well, let's go back and look who was on interiors.
Dude draws eyes like Liefeld draws feet. That's not very nice. That's Mr. Dan. He's got his tongue sticking out there. The art isn't terrible, but the color.
Matthew Roberts
carrying the load, in his opinion. Yep.
Matthew Roberts is the artist on that.
Matthew Roberts.
It says there's one person that drew it. I don't know. I'm not.
An off day.
Might have been an off day. Might have the flu or something. I don't know.
Maybe his entire experiences in hotel rooms is very short.
Yeah. Silver Sprocket to publish a new edition of Emily Carroll's When I Arrived at the Castle. It's an erotic horror story, first published by Koyama Press. So last week we talked about the Penthouse comic book, right?
Yeah.
Now we've got an erotic horror. It's definitely going to have a niche audience. I definitely think it'll have a niche audience.
In Texas, you can just sell that to anybody anymore.
Right, yeah.
There you are. Yeah.
Randy, you want to read this article for us?
Silver Sprocket has announced a new edition of When I Arrived at the Castle, an erotic thriller by Eisner Award-winning creator Emily Carroll. That was originally published by Koyama Press in 2019. The graphic novel draws on fairy tales and classic Gothic horror with the story of a traveler who enters the castle of a villainous countess and finds herself in a literal house of horrors. The artwork is intricately drawn in black and white and blood red with a style that veers from classic horror comics to surrealism. Silver Sprocket will publish the book on April 10th, 2024, with a new cover with foil accents. The 72-page paperback will have a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $16.99. Carroll has won numerous awards, including the 2015 Eisner Award for Best Graphic Album Reprint for Through the Woods and Best Short Story for When the Darkness Presses. She also was the artist for the graphic adaptation of Laurie Hales, guessing Anderson's YA novel Speak. When it was first published, the book was one of the top-selling titles in the author category. Click gallery below for cover and art.
Well, let's take a look then. We got two images here we can take a look at.
There you go.
Not incredibly impressive by what they're showing off there. Cover also not incredibly impressive.
It's kind of like a fusion style, half anime, half.
I would love to see more interiors.
Little bumps there.
Little bumps.
Bee bites. Anyway.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. That's right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it does well. I hope everything does well. We need a healthy market.
There has been an absence of really good adult-oriented erotic material in sequential art form out there for a while. In my opinion, you don't find that stuff everywhere or every day. A lot of the retailers won't go there just because of their potential of making moms angry. So,
and Randy's an expert, of course.
Yeah.
But who? What?
Say Randy's an expert, of course.
So the question from
It's a
Dr.
joke.
Mask is: has Eisner Award winner turned into a red flag?
Yeah, from about 2015 on, pretty much. But
It's a club. It's a club.
Will's not around to see all this.
Yeah, it's a club. Let's welcome a new person to the chat. Aksha Agarwal. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm probably not. But they're here from Twitter, and they are in India.
Cool.
It's great to have you here today. Great. Past Master Dan has made his way over here as well. Welcome to Past Master Dan. We got RJ Williams now in the chat. Welcome. Headless is still here. We appreciate you being here. Everyone is still here with us today. Plus, we have a few new people that have jumped in. Do not forget that right at the bottom of this hour, so in about another
10
30
minutes away.
Yeah, about 30. No, it's about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes, we'll be giving away a chicken lamp.
Yeah.
And that we featured here on Nerd Bacon as a special gag gift that I got my wife for Christmas.
Can we
not last year, the year before.
Can we call gifts biscuits? To say like somebody.
Yes, we're going to give away biscuits.
Yeah.
We're going to be giving away biscuits at the bottom of the hour. Well, at the bottom of our hour, so at the top of the next hour. And they will also get, one of you will also get a free copy of Hybrids, Trash Day Volume 1, the graphic novel. So thank you very much for being here, and please participate in the chat, because we will look at the timestamps and pick our winner from one of you.
Yay.
Endless says that interior page reminds me of Victor Santos's work, but not as polished. Yeah. Welcome.
What we got here?
Oh,
it's Boom Diggity.
Boom Diggity.
Boom Diggity.
Boom Diggity. IDW to wrap up Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles with double-sized issue number 150.
Nice.
Current series to end, but more on the way. They've already did the last Ronin. How many more Ronins are there? Anyway. IDW Publishing will publish the final issue of its flagship Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series in April 10th, 2024. Such exact release dates now.
Yep.
That's amazing. Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles number 150 by writer Sophie Campbell.
What was that again? What was that?
What? Teenage
Turtle Ninja Mutants.
Whatever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Kittens.
There you go.
Success.
Number 150 by writer Sophie Campbell. Might as well be. Artist Vincenzo
Federici.
And colorist Rhonda Pattinson will be a double-sized issue with 68 pages of story and a retail price of $9.99. Campbell will also contribute art to the final issue, as will former TMNT artist Dan Duncan and Ferro P. Ferro P?
I don't know.
The milestone issue will have variant covers by Federici Campbell and TMNT creator Kevin Eastman and Dan Duncan, as well as a wraparound cover by Jesse Lonergan, and a 1 in 50 black and white variant by Campbell and Eastman's. A variant of Campbell and Eastman's cover. Though IDW is bringing this series to an end, they recently renewed their agreement with Paramount for the franchise, which will celebrate its 40th anniversary this year. And more TMNT comics are in the works. The hardcover collection TMNT The Last Ronin has been a bestseller since it was released in 2022. And both it and the spin-off Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin Lost Years, released in November 2023, have been on the Bookscan Top 20 for the past 2 months.
True to all that.
In a statement accompanying the announcement, Campbell revealed she is leaving the Turtles for now, saying the fact is that this chapter is ending and I'm leaving the series is bittersweet. I'll miss it for sure, but it's time to move on and let somebody else have a shot at the Turtles. And I'll be back for more before you know it, whatever form that might take. Added Eastman, quote, "For me, the IDW TMNT comic book universe is a definitive one. This wonderful place has been our collective home for the past 12 years, and although we may see a conclusion after 40 years of adventures, we won't see an end."
Nice.
Unquote.
So,
this has been a success, hasn't it?
it has been. It has been. So
Turtles,
Sophie Campbell, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a slow news day. And so down in the articles back years ago, they're like, oh, by the way, the artist for TMNT trans will now be going by Sophie Campbell and using, and so we wish her the best of luck, whatever.
Okay.
And no one cared.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Sophie's a hell of an artist.
Yeah, and not only that, when has it been mentioned in this article? Anything about
not
that?
one time, not one time, right?
Yeah, not once.
Not once.
So it was, I mean, she's a fantastic artist, super competent, does not make a big deal about her gender identity, and nobody freaking cares.
Yep.
Yeah.
All I care is that, oh man, she's going to be off the series.
Nah.
Now, truthfully, I always wanted to work on Ninja Turtles. I thought if that was one series, I would. So Swamp Thing or Ninja Turtles would be the things that I want to work on. And I actually met one of the artists that was working on TMNT at the time, a couple of years ago, at an Indianapolis like Indie Fanboy Expo or something like that. And because I'm so associated with everybody, he was like, you should go out, you should try out, you could do it, you could draw for him, you could draw it. And I said no. I said I've got too much of a certain group of people's money in my bank account to ever be able to work on any corporate comic right now. And he goes, oh, yeah, no, you'll never be able to work there. And it's okay though.
Funny how that works out.
Maybe one of these days their policies will change. That is a fun cover. I like that one.
Yeah. It's
Dan
dynamic.
Duncan, nice job. Yeah.
It's dynamic. It doesn't look like it's gonna take a dump or anything.
No, it's got energy to it.
Yeah. Nice flow.
It's a little elementy. Like, oh well, this element was drawn, then this element was drawn.
Yeah.
It's not really cohesive in that sense, but.
But I mean, in the sense that it's a chaotic scene, it kind of works.
This I like. I like this wraparound.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look. Can you zoom in on that?
Zoom.
There you go.
Oh,
look at that. That's fun.
Very cool.
I like
it. To take ages. Yeah, I like that they didn't put a lot of detail in because I think that would have. The book has never been. It's not really. They look good, all cross-hatched up and stuff.
Yeah,
I love that they got Bebop and Rocksteady down there.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many characters. Like
April and Casey Jones.
If you hatch that, it's gonna get very muddy.
Yeah,
really fast. So all the silhouettes, all the shapes were really well defined. allow the colors to define the lighting.
Dingbat or Wingnut. It's Wingnut over there.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Wingnut.
Reminds me a lot of the
Wow.
work of Jeff Darrow, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some detailed,
Yeah.
nice line work.
Mhm.
That's really a nice piece.
I like this. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
shapes
will
are
go buy
solid.
this. I will go buy this one.
The shapes are solid.
Slightly like almost like Mike Mignola or whatever his name is.
Mignola.
Again?
Mignola.
Mike Mignola, yeah.
Mignola.
Mignola.
I can never pronounce his name. The guy
Yeah.
from
Hellboy.
Silent. Hellboy.
Hellboy. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mignola is one of my uncles, man. Like I really like the fact that his style like lends itself to be animated, but it's still comic books, and it's one of my references. Like I really like how he does. A lot of people don't, and I get it. But
Welcome, Dave Brink. Speaking of Dave Brink, it was our very first hit.
so
100 episodes ago. 100 episodes ago. We'll talk about that here
Hello,
in
Dave.
just a little bit. But welcome to the show. Welcome. Not judgy.
Is Waldo there?
If I were
Everyone
doing a
know.
piece like that, I would put Waldo there.
All right. R.I.P. Jeff Darrow. Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. Yes.
Welcome.
Uh,
Should I read this?
Of course. They're going to complain about this. I'm going to interrupt you a few times on this one because
It's your buddy.
That's
It's your
who
column.
wrote it.
Column by
Yeah.
Rob.
yeah, that ray of sunshine.
Selkowitz.
Freaking Rob.
Eisner Awards need a dedicated journalism category more than ever. So why
good.
get rid of it now?
So that he can get it. He wants that Eisner so bad. And now they got rid of it. And he knows he'll never get it. You know why they did it? You know why they took it away? You know
He
why?
was the last
Randy?
one left to get it.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
There you go.
The real reason is because there's no longer any journalism in comics media.
There's,
There just
there's
isn't.
no
It's all
journalism
opinion
left.
and carbon copying press releases. That's all it is.
You know
Oh,
what this article is.
No, you know what? They should keep it, and they should give that prize to an AI article.
Well, the
Fuck
Eisner
that.
should be given away for quality work anyway, in
Yeah.
general.
Right,
But
right.
anyway,
I haven't seen much quality work in the journalism field these days. You know,
quality
I mean,
work in so-called mainstream comics. But
you know,
that's a whole nother story.
he's gonna. I believe this entire article is just a big old.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm thinking the whole time I read this, I was like,
Oh, you silly, simple bastard.
Yep.
that's all I was thinking. All right, go ahead. You read this one so I can interrupt you.
There's an old saying that you should never pick fights with people who buy ink by the barrel. Because of that, chances are that you've already seen it reported on comic news sites that the Eisner Awards, the industry's most prestigious honor, has decided to do away with the category of best comics related publication or journalism and roll everything into a best comic related book or periodical award.
All right. First off, does that not sound like a night letter?
Yep.
Don't pick fights with people that buy ink by the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
We're threaten me, you stupid little man.
So transparent. It's just,
I mean, it just comes across so petty and petulant.
And
All right.
While I'm typically on the side of anything that promises to shorten and simplify the awards process, this feels ill-conceived, unnecessary, and ill-timed because I didn't get mine. And yes, I'll cop to some special pleading here. Last year, I was among the nominees of the now defunct category, won by the late lamented Panel by Panel, Panel X Panel magazine, edited by Hassan Otsmane Allahu. Allahu. And Tiffany Babb. It was a huge honor to have my work and the publications in which it appeared recognized by judges and the industry. And it's hard to see where we fit in the new schema matched up against a fundamentally different kind of content with a different audience and a different purposes.
He needs to relax.
Yeah.
Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. Because, remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
Yep.
And you know what? Awards
That
are
says
pointless.
The cope is
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, exactly. It's very
Awards are
close.
pointless.
Yeah.
What matters is how many subs your website gets, right? How many hits your articles are getting.
Scroll down.
Look, ICV2.
There we are. We're running violins. But it's not just the organizations and people being slighted. At a time when comics needs more media attention, more outlets doing better coverage.
I'm gonna go out and buy some more.
Okay.
And I think you should too.
Exactly. And more support for the publications that have survived a brutal economic era for journalism of all kinds. This is exactly the wrong message to send.
See, your actions have consequences. When you oppress people, they rise up in a fiery anger.
Oh my god, this is so.
There's a difference between reporting on comics and writing books about comics. First, let's dispense with the explanation that the category has not been abolished, just consolidated.
Well, I shouldn't be angry then.
Now he's going to treat us like
Be better.
the small
Yeah.
children he thinks we are and explain
Yeah.
what he's saying here. Covering comics on an ongoing basis is as fundamentally different from writing books or contributing to long-form publications about
he's big.
comics as doing a daily strip is from creating a graphic novel.
I know more
Public-
than you. All right.
He is
Yeah,
dissing
that's what he's
comic
saying.
strips here.
Yep.
He's dissing comic book strips here.
This guy's
Publications, publications and journalists who write for them have to make sense of industry news, keep people's attention on a daily basis, maintain editorial standards and a consistent voice across different contributors, and so many other things that authors don't.
What a story, Mark.
There you
This
go.
guy is a clown car.
Oh.
He's a clown shoe.
So it's peculiar that the Eisner Awards, which insists on important distinctions between web comics and digital comics, and between single issues, miniseries, and continuing series, has decided that in this case, all that stuff you people who write about comics do is basically the same.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. In effect, those of us who write about comics on a daily or weekly basis are competing against publications that have long lead times, or authors who have spent years writing a biography of Stan Lee, a history of underground comics, or a monograph on African American creators of the 1940s and 50s, something that does not fairly honor the work of either side of that equation.
Wait, has someone ever written that? Is that a book?
Yes, it is.
Did someone make that?
Actually,
Emotional, damn it.
Can we
And
do
probably-
a
and probably will.
GoFundMe? Yeah, can we do a GoFundMe so we can send this guy a cookie?
I believe that book is called The Invisible Men.
That's what
And,
he wants.
I will own that here eventually, but I saw it at Barnes and Noble and foolishly didn't pick it up when I should have, but it looked really good and very well researched. Anyway.
I want to read that.
Yeah. Perhaps this decision would be easier to understand if it were part of an overall consolidation of sprawling categories that have lost their meaning over time. Holy crap. Talk about defining what you do, but that does not appear to be the case.
He said, "Talk about fighting."
That is
That's-
funny.
That's what you do.
That's what it is.
You're a sprawling category that's lost its meaning over time.
All they do is carbon copy press releases for the most part.
Holy crap.
The Eisners should recognize media that helps our industry. Oh, yeah.
They have to recognize me, is what he wants
Hey,
to say.
maybe you should start awarding on merit like you used to instead of as a fan club like it's become.
Or a virtual signal. Yeah.
Journalists can get a bad rap sometimes, But those of us writing about comics tend to have genuine affection for the medium, and for a lot of the people, another piece of BS here, watch your shoes, a genuine attention for the medium and a lot of the people in it. And increasingly doing this work is a labor of love, which means I don't get paid enough.
I'm not getting paid yet.
In other words, the great comics. Sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway, in other words, the great comics journalist. Where's the quotes? There should be quotation marks here.
Yeah.
Heidi McDonald.
Heidi McDonald, the great.
The best way to make a small fortune writing about comics is to start with a large fortune. Damn it. That was the idea for my book.
That's what you've said every. How do you make $1 million?
How to make $1 million?
Making comic books, you start with 4.
Start with 10 million.
Yeah.
Here we go. Further condensation. What?
I said we gotta switch out the reader because Randy's gonna die reading this.
Oh, I'm laughing. Just this guy's. Anyway,
the nerve.
This guy's opinions are exactly opposite from anything based in reality. Let's put it that way. Anyway, consider the series that ran here on ICV2 all year in 2023, looking back at 50 years of the direct market. That's not a subject that would get a lot of attention just about anywhere else, but I think everyone who knows anything about comics understands why it is important to document and recognize. Work like this contributes just as much, perhaps more, to the medium than a well-inked issue of your favorite superhero series that remains eligible for awards in 6 different categories.
He's not bitter, is he?
It's not friendly.
Okay.
Look elsewhere at the shrinking universe of comics publications, from long-standing operations like the Beat to newcomers like Popverse to rumor-mongering tabloids and gossipy YouTube channels. They all, in their own way, bring attention to the medium and the business in ways that, say, books about comics don't, because of their frequency, variety, scope, and scale.
I'm just so happy that he included us in his.
You're a gossipy YouTube channel.
I'm a gossipy YouTube channel now.
God,
I love that. Thank you. It only took 100 episodes to get there.
Just tell us what you really think.
Yeah. You know who he's talking about. He's talking about these guys out there.
There is no reason why they were worth honoring at the Eisner Awards for the past 35 years, give or take, and are suddenly no longer worth their own category in 2024.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get my award. It will hurt publishers and creators seeking wider attention. Beyond the fact that comic-based publications are different from books about comics, journalists who write about comics outside of comic-based publications, including but not limited to yours truly.
Right. It always comes down to
I said that with a
me.
straight face. You should be proud. Have historically had a hard time getting recognition, and this consolidation of categories does not make it any easier.
Look at me, Dad, please.
You think his blood pressure was a little high when he was writing this?
No, he was typing this with 2 fingers.
Probably.
Past Master Dan has a very valid question. It says, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they like Heidi, does that mean they slept with her?
I mean, I heard Heidi's 60 years old. But I heard that. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Age is
Look,
but a number.
It would be that would be like
we all know Pedro does not care about age.
Oh, no, I think it is.
He's got it bad for Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Who? And how?
That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem because comics have fought for and deserve decent coverage in the mainstream press. It helps sales. It helps credibility.
Define decent coverage, though.
There you go. That's it exactly. It helps sales, helps credibility, and it helps the careers of creators trying to build personal brands and sustainable livelihoods. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. It certainly keeps a small army of publicists and PR folks in business, if my box is any indication.
He wrote this in the back.
Right.
My inbox, I should say.
So, okay, I got to say.
Yeah, his box.
Look, the sales of comic books are down. They're not helping sales. They're not. And the
No.
majority of the content that's being put out on ICV2 is game related now.
Yep.
He's full of caca.
Manure.
Look,
I think it's
Comic Crusaders is a website.
Sorry.
It is Comics Crusaders is a website dedicated to comic book news.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. He's making himself out to be more important than what he is.
Yep.
His ego, his fragile little ego, is bruised by this because he wanted an award. Because now he'll only ever be an Eisner nominated journalist. He'll
Right,
never
yeah.
be an Eisner award winning journalist.
No.
Yeah. But I mean, aren't the Eisners like winning like a tap competition? Like, does it really matter?
Not
It
anymore.
used to matter.
Yeah, like right now, I'd rather have like a trophy of a tap dancing competition than an Eisner. Like, it means nothing. So,
I'd rather have
It would-
$100.
It would mean a lot to me to have one, just so
Yeah.
I could go up there and give a speech.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I could see that.
I
I
see the
could-
value. I can see the
I
It'd be
value.
a finely,
see
it
the
would be a
rant.
finely crafted speech of which I would take a lot of time with. That would be better written than this.
Dude,
I-
and, and they would
would
play
be a
the
good
song. Yeah, they would play the song for Randy so many times. Like, yeah, da, 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 I'm not done
It's time
yet.
to quit. It's time to quit. No,
Exactly
he's
right.
like, I don't think so.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
Everybody would end up walking out of the room, and I'd still be talking. Yeah,
It'd be like
I'm not done yet.
And
President-
another thing.
exactly right.
it'd be like the president of Argentina at the WEF or WEF.
Oh yeah, dude, that guy. Oof.
Yeah.
He said a number. Go Argentina.
One way to incentivize good press coverage and publications that don't focus exclusively on comics in the industry is to recognize it. When I write stories on Forbes that focus on worthwhile graphic novels or spotlight underrated creators or break news about companies to readers who would not see it otherwise, or talk about topics like comic censorship, they don't always get the kind of traffic that a pan of the latest MCU film or some other mainstream topic might.
Dude, like,
All right, to be fair, I've never heard him talk about any of those things.
no.
No, he
Except for
did.
the censorship.
Yeah.
But isn't he something a little bit like Mel Gibson-y? You know, like I deserve to
Only
be
when he's
blown in the
drunk.
jacuzzi. You know,
Only-
like it's
Only when Gibson's drunk.
yeah, like where's the script for the Maccabees? What the hell have you been doing? Like I don't know. I'm getting this vibe from this guy, and I don't know if I get it completely. Because I mean, what comics has he helped?
Yeah.
Nobody's selling anything.
But getting nominated for an Eisner last year gave me a great way to win those arguments because I could demonstrate to the editorial team at the site that this work was valued within the industry I cover. That matters.
Oh, you're gonna fire me, guys. I need some help.
The same is likely true with any of my remaining colleagues writing for national publications or websites who had not been recognized for their work because the previous limitations in the category that had usually made it the exclusive preserve of nostalgia magazines or dedicated publications like the Comics Journal. I don't think I understood that. Did I miss a line?
No. He said basically there's
Okay.
people that should have gotten recognized, but because they really only recognize a couple of things,
got it.
it left them out. Like, so then why not do away with it?
The
If there's
job-
people out there, because look, the YouTubers aren't getting noticed for the work that they're doing.
No.
And if you're not a site, the reason why we use ICV2 is because it's what everyone on the corporate side of comics agrees is right. Now we also use a couple of others, like we're going to be hitting
And-
articles from the Fandom Pulse.
And outside
today,
of editorial comments like this, it's usually pretty fair and balanced.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we use that. That way people can't say, oh, well, you're using conservative or right wing or whatever. You know, we try to stay neutral here because we're about the comic book industry and how independent publishers or small press publishers fit into that and how we make it in this business. Right. So the publications that actually will talk about us, they're not getting recognized.
No.
So why even bother? There you go.
Yep. The job of writing about comics is not getting any easier or any more lucrative. I still ain't getting paid. Even at large outlets, many of which are shedding jobs. The honors and benefits that come with the possibility of getting nominated for or even winning an award help in small but meaningful ways. Now we're
Look, he's talked about money a lot.
Yeah.
He's talked about money.
Yes. I don't know if they wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
Yeah,
probably.
He's talking about money a lot.
Here we go. Watch your shoes. Make sure you don't step in this. It goes against the holistic spirit of the Eisner Awards. One of the great things about, see, I'm trying to read this with a straight face. One of the great things about the Will Eisner Industry Awards is that they are named for Will Eisner, who distinguished himself not only as one of the creators of the fundamental visual language of comics and some of its most memorable characters, but also as an entrepreneur, a scholar of the art form, a teacher and mentor, an ambassador of the medium, and an advocate for the business. The awards do not just honor the craft of comics, but all the various extensions, including special awards for retailers and humanitarians. I wish everybody up there at the Eisner Commission understood that paragraph. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that Eisner himself, whose work was printed in newspapers, would have wanted journalism upended as an
that's so
as an afterthought to an unrelated category rather than as the distinct part of the industry that it is.
Okay, so because Eisner worked on newspapers, that makes him like in love with journalists. Like this is completely parallel thinking. Like I don't get the reasoning here. I don't get it.
This whole column is I want mine.
Yeah.
Well, Eisner wore shoes too and pants to bring
exactly.
Textiles on the awards.
Comic Crusader says, I do this for the comics medium. I do not make dough. I'm truly an indie comics media site. Not for my own recognition, which is what this guy is hungry for.
Yeah.
Bell, please. Bell.
Most of the media sites are owned by larger corporations. If you look into it, you'd be surprised and understand why they roll the way they do.
Yep.
We're not surprised here because we do look into it.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Coco Shuko Papashanga.
There you go. What a name. I love
Welcome.
that.
Welcome to the chat this morning. And Mel Gibson for president.
There
we go. 2028.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Coco
Let's have
Shuko
it.
knows.
He's Australian. But anyway.
Dude, Papashango, that's some Santeria thing. Like I don't know if Kokosuka's Latino, but Papashango, it's.
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And damn it, people better
like me. Yeah, this is like an angry Stuart Smalley.
Yep.
Yeah, from SNL. Was it Stuart? Yeah.
Stuart Smiley, right?
Smiley, yeah, Stuart Smiley.
And I agree with Past Master Dan. You can be lefty as long as you make it interesting and don't preach.
Yep.
I don't care where you're at politically. I don't give two hoots. Tell good stories, report the news, and you know what? As much as Rob gets under my skin, man, he is entertaining to me.
Yeah.
This one especially because it's all me, I. Yeah.
Entertaining, like watching a car fire, though. You know what I mean? Like when you like slow down on the highway, like oh, that's rough. Like entertaining like that.
It's not a done deal. According to Eisner Awards Administrator Jackie Estrada, judges have the latitude to adjust the categories and criteria as they see fit. Huh. Okay. Yep. Popularity contest. As does the administrator herself, and presumably Comic-Con and the Eisner estate. The Eisner estate would go after that. Make them uphold to their
Who's
rule.
the administrator?
If you are a publisher, a creator, or a publicist who believes that periodical journalism about comics is important enough to be recognized by the industry's most prestigious and visible awards, please make your voice heard. I want mine. With all that is going on in the world of journalism these days, it is a crappy enough time to be trying to write professionally about anything. I want mine. It would be great for comic publications and comic journalists to still harbor the hope of recognition of our
Opinion
efforts.
matters.
The opinions expressed in this column are solely those of the writer. They do not necessarily reflect the views of the editorial staff of ICV2.com.
Didn't 50 years ago, Randy? Didn't George Harrison write a song?
That is the first time they have ever put that disclaimer at the end of one of his articles.
Yeah.
100
Dude.
episodes. We've been reading this guy's articles.
Oh,
man. 100 episodes.
Dude, I want to
The
send this
first
guy
time-
a cookie, man. I feel bad. Let's give him a cookie award.
That
Yeah.
is classic.
Yeah. A
He
cookie
is,
and a
he is so close to going the way of Mark Miller.
yeah.
This industry
Ooh.
sucks.
Oh
They're
my
breaking
God.
it. That woman in charge of the thing, she should overrule this.
Whoever wrote the
Oh,
disclaimer
but-
should get the award over this guy.
By the
Yeah.
way, Rob Selkovich is the author of Comic-Con and the Business of Pop Culture and an Eisner Award nominee. As if you
He'll
didn't
ne-
already know that.
and
by
now-
reading it.
and now-
he'll
And now
never
he'll
win.
Never
No.
be,
Win that.
that nominee will never be turned to a winner.
Nominee.
Oh, that poor
Nominee.
guy. And that's what he's so upset. He's so close.
Yeah.
So close to the goal and never got there. But you know, how many people, all they ever wanted to do was just make comic books and make a living
Dude.
making comic books. And because they happen to vote a weird way
Dude.
or a different way,
Yeah.
then the Whisper Network. And here's what's so funny. They always try to say there wasn't a Whisper Network. You know what?
Dude.
That's bullcrap. There's Whisper Networks literally in all facets of this industry, from the top all the way down to the bottom.
By the way, Rob talks about the Bead and Heidi. I'm sure he's part of that network.
Network, yeah. But the things that you mentioned like greed and almost getting it. It reminded me of that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Indiana's like reaching for the Grail, and he goes, Indiana, let it go. So he needs that friend. That sounds like let it go. It's nothing.
Rob loves to hear himself type.
Yeah.
Tesla is a genius. Died a pauper.
Yeah, dude. Like you did more than Tesla. Tesla like died crazy feeding pigeons in the park.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Oscar BS.
Yeah.
It does.
Happy
our
Thursday
winner.
to Glenn Fleming, past
There you
master.
go.
Happy
Dan.
Thursday. Our winner for this last hour in the chat is
Who
the
gets the
one and
biscuit?
only. Let's who gets the biscuit?
Who gets the
Who
biscuit?
gets the biscuit?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Where are they singing now?
And a thrift
a
store,
department
like
store.
a Goodwill, like a Goodwill
Thrift
store.
store.
But why? Why? Did
Because
they just-
that's
did
the
they
only
just
place that
walk
would let
in?
them play.
Yeah. Because they own it. Because they own it. That's why they're singing there.
I bet it's not doing much for business then if they own it.
Yeah.
And that's really a short clip too, because she starts talking about honey sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
amazing.
gets
Yeah.
it gets pretty
It gets pretty bad.
yeah,
It's pretty sticky.
Goes over the
it's
edge.
really the
Yeah.
innuendo
Honey
is
sauce.
overwhelming. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Our winner this hour is Headless. Headless wins it.
All
Headless wins it this
right.
hour. Headless,
Headless
please.
bourgeoisie.
Headless Bourgeoisie, please email
Since y'all
Luke
can't
at
spell it.
fundmycomic.com. Email Luke at fundmycomic.com and give us your address and we will ship that out to you. You won the chicken lamp and a copy of the Hybrids Volume 1. Congratulations, Headless.
I was pushing for Coco Shoe, but that's okay.
He said, give me that
Congratulations.
biscuit.
That bit- There you go. See, that's
Yeah.
That biscuits is thanks,
All right.
guys. Congratulations, Headless.
yeah. Congrats, baby.
Yesterday and hey yo, Kevin Sheen
Something happened.
blew his
died?
mic.
Oh,
Something happened. Mike
oh.
Yeah.
problem.
This thing. I've got
Not
a whole
just
new
Michael.
setup. Got a whole new setup, but I didn't really have time to work, get it all set up this week and test it. So, final hour.
Next. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
If you don't have one yet, you'll appreciate it.
Yeah, it's very
I'm
cool.
telling
I've
you,
got
it's a nice toy. Even if you don't like Cyberfrog, it's a great toy.
I backed Cyberfrog. What was it? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah, we got it.
Before you were down. Before you went down.
Yeah, before I went down, got it last fall. So we just got it this coming fall.
That was what
almost
2
forgot
lives
about
ago.
it.
For me, that was 3 lives ago.
Yeah, 2 lives ago for me, 3 lives for you.
Yep.
And so yeah, we'll be giving this away and a copy of Hybrids Volume 1. Yeah, I wound up getting 2 of these. So
yep.
So yeah, you'll be checking that out. There we go. Very nice. Nice packaging, sealed up, not been opened. So we'll be giving that away at the bottom of this hour. All Caps Comics. And a copy of Hybrids.
There you go.
All right. All right, guys. All right. On to more news. No, actually, first of all, we want to take a little break from that. I want to talk about
exhausting.
That was my goodness. Yeah, geez.
Woo! Oh. That was a really good article. I thought that was an opinion piece. That was really great to read. All of the me.
That's been his best article so far.
It was, it was.
That's the label at the end of it from ICV2.
It was my favorite. I'm so happy right now.
I'm proud of him, actually.
I really am.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
That disclaimer was excellent.
Yeah,
that was
the best part.
That was
Ronan
the best
wants
part.
to know if you'll be signing that copy of Hybrids. If you could knock it out of mint, they'd appreciate it.
Sure, I'll knock it out of mint for you guys.
There you go.
Just let me know. Let me know in the emails if you want it knocked out of mint.
That'll guarantee you at least a 9.6 there when you slab it.
Guaranteed at least that, yes.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
I kissed that on the lips.
Are those shorts coming in, or quick clips coming in for anybody else every time they play their?
That's his
live
leader
information?
Yeah.
Where do you find these things, Luke, and how do you spend the time finding
I don't know. I don't know.
That
My kids send them to me.
And how do you end up with doom and gloom,
Oh, yeah, doom and gloom.
That one he found all on his own. Yeah.
But that's for special occasions, though. We don't abuse the doom.
No
and gloom.
doom and gloom today, man. 100 episodes.
Exactly.
So 100 episodes ago, we were starting it. We're having so much trouble finding a guest to show up on our first episode, and Dave Brink came on to talk about his campaign. Now, what has happened and how it evolved is Nick and I obviously started having a really good rapport with each other, but as things got more tumultuous in our culture, I think Nick and I, we stand on two different places on a ideological stance, or we get along well, but our viewpoints on different cultural things come from two different perspectives, and the conversations on Thursday morning were getting a little hot for him. Yeah. So he needed to take a break, right? But one of the things that happened is as we were having guests, we noticed that we started to stray away from just having these little shill commercials, just doing the commercial thing for people and asking about their campaign and going over the perks. All that stuff's boring. And everyone that watches this show is very smart. Like, we have a tremendous audience. We have people like Russ Leach, Glenn Fleming, Past Master Dan. We got Pixel Trader that shows up, Ronan's
Pixels in the
Reviews.
house.
We got so many. We got professionals and smart, intelligent people that come by the show, that watch the show, that come on, and our guest here. We don't need to tell them how to back a project. They know. They know how to look through rewards. They know how to do all that stuff. What we found is that people really wanted to know more about the mind behind the creations. They wanted to hear that person's thoughts and get to know them a little bit more. And so we started to dive more into their thoughts and their opinions on some of the news items, but then also around the business of making comic books. We wanted to make sure that as we evolved especially after Nick left, we were really trying to rework and figure out the new dynamic of the show. And that's when Randy came in as the official co-host. And then Pedro and Whiskey joined very shortly after.
Hey.
Yeah. And then we were able to we started focusing more on the news. We would read the news, kind of give our informed opinions about what was going on, tie in independent creators and small publishers with the corporate distribution and direct market kind of news, so that we could kind of span that gap. Because our goal here, at least for the last year, has been to focus on gaining market share and keeping it. How do we turn what we're doing, our passion, into a viable business for us? How do we do that in this crazy, crazy place that we're in? So we started doing that focus, and we noticed kind of the tone and the atmosphere of the show changed. And we started moving more into talking to these professionals and getting their input on the stuff that wasn't drama, that wasn't political, but it really was about the aspect of making comics and publishing comics and doing all those things. And I don't know, but I really like how the show has evolved over the last 100 episodes.
Yep.
I mean, that's just me.
No, it's good. New directions and stuff is fantastic.
Yeah. I think this all these. Sorry, Pedro. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. The things that I look forward to every Thursday is even though I'm part of the panel, I kind of get educated on things that I'm lacking regarding the business of what making comic is. So I think focusing on that has given this show a different profile, and I'm proud to be a part of this. So thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, I think this shows us sort of whittling down to several key players, aren't they? You know, you really have people on, and the you can see with the faces that come on all the time now.
Yeah, we did have a real revolving door of panelists every week. We never knew who was going to show up. We've had a lot of people. We've had a couple people on that they never got an invite again. They wanted to pop in as a panelist, and they were contrary. We had one guy who was just contrary about everything, and he was like, and I think he was intentionally trying to push Nick's buttons, which Nick would get real flustered, and I hated to see that because he would get flustered and get upset. And I'm like, it's not what we're here to do. We want to create a positive environment for people to listen to while they're working. Sometimes we'll talk about, like we talked about some, things that are controversial this morning because it's in the news. If it's not in the news, we don't talk about it, typically. But if it's something out there that's happening, we try to cover it if it pertains to us.
Speaking about us, one of my favorite things about the show is the different backgrounds of the expertise that the panelists have, or the regular ones. Like everybody's got some kind of different professional viewpoint from their their work experience or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point. I've got some experience with where I'm at, but I believe in being the weakest link. I think if you can be the weakest link in the chain, then you're going to have a pretty good, and you're striving to be better, then you can have a pretty good chain. And so we surround ourselves around here with just excellent people. And
that's funny.
And people that challenge us. Like, I think we challenge one another. Yeah. I know Glenn certainly challenges me.
Mm-hmm. That's funny because I thought I was the weakest link since, I'm not really a comic book artist. I'm striving to be one, but what I really am is an animator. Like with animator, I will judo chop your neck every day of the week. But with comics, I just shut up and listen.
I'm still trying to be an astronaut, so I'm failing miserably.
Yeah.
Still trying to be well, you're living that dream through Hatch.
Yeah.
By the way, so it took like 6 weeks for the post to finally deliver Hatch to me. I got Hatch in the mail. Nice. And I opened it up immediately. And Glenn, I got to tell you, I love that. I just loved it.
Thank you.
Very good. and again, someone that needs to be recognized for the work they do. You've been doing a publication for years called Comics Unlimited.
Yeah. Where's his Eisner?
Exactly.
Where is his Eisner?
I was thinking this year of doing my own awards, the Hatch Awards. So,
Well, I am going to be doing I've got an award, the Luke Stone's Best Someone Award. So the Best Someone Who. We're calling it the BS Awards.
The BS. We should do the Here's Your Cookie Awards.
We're going to run it in March.
For whiners. And I propose that Cirkowitz guy is the first winner. Even like a nice golden chocolate chip cookie.
Best someone pissed about not winning an Eisner.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still
Rob.
You see, you don't want to do that.
You got it, Rob. I actually got an email the other day from someone that said that I won an award. They were doing an award thing, and I won an award for best new contribution to indie comics or something like that.
Nice.
For my comic. It was something like that. And I thought, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And so really cool. Really, really neat.
Did you say it's about time? I got my award. Right.
Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna stay with me for months.
I love I love the evolution of the show and where it's gone and where it's going. So again, we've got Eric July coming on next week. I'm looking at trying to get on Mike S. Miller. He's got some ideas about how we turn things around and focus more on comic books in the independent sphere. I would like to get on Chuck Dixon because I haven't had him on yet. So he's one of my goals for this year. And then I would also like to get on Art T. Bear. And I would like to get on.
I can put a word in that.
Please do.
Yeah.
I would love to get him on. And I would like to get on Doug TeNapel. He's another Christian. And so Earthworm Jim and the video game stuff he's done, I think that kind of falls into another group of another area of expertise that we could learn from. I might actually even try to get Al Mega on the show because he's been doing this thing for a while. I think you guys would like to listen to this guy. He's a true New Yorker through and through. Fun guy. Yeah. I've got a lot of people I would love to have on. Let's get Lou Ferrigno. We can get Lou Ferrigno. I mean,
let's get Lou Ferrigno with art.
I have had some amazing people that have worked in the industry and that I'm a fan of come on.
I thought Lou Ferrigno was an actor.
He is.
Yes, it was the whole.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would be able to make it through an interview with Lou Ferrigno.
Okay.
Because I'm such a huge fan.
Oh, dude,
I don't know. I mean, he's so, him and Mr. T are two of my favorite people in the whole world.
Oh, Lou. Okay. Seek out on Art's channel his story with Lou Ferrigno. You might get a different idea of who Lou is. And I have nothing against Lou Ferrigno.
Is Lou a jerk?
Look on Art T. Bear's channel. He has a thing with Lou Ferrigno in a Comic-Con, like what happened because Art stole the spotlight from Lou for 30 seconds. It's a very interesting video. Just check it out.
I've had Nolan and I've had Lopresti on the show.
Yep.
So not on a Nerd Bacon, but in an evening. But I would love to get Tucci on. I would love to get the other ones back on here. Tyler Carpenter. Would love to talk to him. Here's what would be fun about Tyler Carpenter. I don't really like him, and he doesn't really like me.
That'd be a good show.
It would be a good show but we both understand marketing and the importance of it. And the reason why, and I have no reason not to like Tyler except for this reason, is that I don't like the way he says things to people about things. I think that he could find a better way to do it. And so it just rubs me the wrong way. Right. But the truth is last week, Ethan he rubs me the wrong way sometimes. I'm like, oh, just wish he wouldn't say that and do that. But again, he wasn't that way here because it was really all about comics, and so I think that I could have a conversation with people, even that I don't really, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't really like.
Yeah, you've got to get above
their online personas or how they do it. And I want to say that it's not that I don't like him personally. It's the Twitter stuff I don't like.
Yeah, but just because you don't like what he says or does doesn't mean that he's wrong.
Right? No, he's not. He says, and I've retweeted before. He says incredibly smart things about marketing that people need to pay attention to, but it cuts to the quick of a lot of people's insecurities, and that's why they don't want to listen to him.
Yep.
Right? Because what he says is so pointed and it cuts right to the heart of it. And a lot of people in this industry are insecure. Everyone suffers from some level of imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm. What I'd like to see on the show is Mark Millar and Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo are great. He's a Christian now.
Yeah. He could. Hulk Hogan isn't. Well, I mean, but I thought
Hulk Hogan is too.
I thought Kevin Sorbo was always a Christian.
Maybe he always was.
Yeah. He needs.
Speaking of Christians, what about
Christian?
I think we've had Michael Odin on the show.
Yeah, we have.
I think we've had Michael in the past.
Yeah.
And Neff.
Nefarious.
Yeah,
I'm friends with Neff. I don't know if he's up this early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. No,
when you say something, mean it. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be mean about it, but be mean it.
Yep. Say it with your chest.
Got a lot from Tyler.
Yeah, I mean Tyler's great. The things his delivery can be a little bit jarring. Yeah, his delivery can be jarring. So
well, he's got a hard marketing background.
He does. Yeah.
Carpenter does. Yeah.
I would love to kind of have him on and pick his brain, and talk about. He kind of went through a little bit of a cancellation thing.
Yeah.
Which sucked, but I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think right now a lot of people get canceled these days. A lot of people.
I mean, cancellation is not what it used to be. You know what I mean? Cancellation was.
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right.
Past Master Dan says, anyone remember jamming up the cashier at the bookstore talking about comics?
I do.
That brings back a lot of good memories.
It does. It does. This is kind of cool.
Always had. We discussed the important topics of the day: who's stronger, Thor or Hulk?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like that. Yeah, great times. Great times.
I used to love to just go for hours and hang out there. Like, my day off, that's what I would do. I would just go to the comic shop and just hang out and talk with the clerks and talk with the other people, meet friends in there. That's how I met people in Jacksonville when I first got there. I didn't have a lot of connection.
Dude, I have a kind of a funny comic book story because when I was in Vancouver, I was in animation school. I used to go to the comic book shop.
Which one?
The owner was I forget the name. It was on Granville Street. The thing is, the owner was learning Spanish. So when he found out I spoke Spanish, he started talking comics with me in Spanish so he could practice. Yeah. And it was cool. It was cool. And people were like, what are these guys doing? They thought we were building a bomb or something. But no, we're just talking comics.
Ben Dunn would also be a great one to have on, too. Yeah.
He would, yeah.
Hey, J-Bob. I like J-Bob.
Dude, now I forgot the name of that comic book shop. I mean, let me look it up.
All right. So Dynamite Entertainment has announced that orders for Thundercats #1 by writer Declan Shavley and artist Drew Moss have topped 100,000 ahead of this weekend's final order cutoff. Publishers seldom release order numbers, so this is an important data point. They do. They hardly any of them know what the orders are. So this is a rarity that they're even talking about it. So publishers seldom release order numbers, so this is an important data point for comparison. The first issue of World Tree by James Tynion IV and Fernando had orders of over 150,000 and went through 5 printings. Tynion IV and Martin Simmons, the Department of Truth #1, had orders over 100,000. In October, Dynamite announced a deal to produce comics based on a number of Warner Brothers properties. So we're going to see even more of that. Here, let's take a look at these 8 images that they have. It's clean. It's not my favorite style, but it's a common style
Kind of
that I
manga.
see a lot. Yeah,
Manga feel to it.
Manga.
that I'm seeing a lot of these
Manga.
days.
Oh, it's a nice composition to it.
I like this. This reminds me of
That's
like the
classic.
old heavy metal magazine.
Yeah.
That's classic. That's nice. I like that one.
Yeah, this is coming from an animation show, so that style they're using, it's kind of like building the bridge. It kind of looks like what I do, so I'm kind
This
of
composition's a little boring to me.
That's kind of an anime look there. Yeah.
But that's directly from the show, though. When he goes like the Eye of Thundera thing, show me.
That's
what
nice.
This is neat. Oh, I like this
Yeah.
style.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Pretty good.
Nice triangle pyramid.
I like
there.
the light use of lines, like the negative
Mhm.
space that creates the highlights.
Mhm.
That's nice. Very nice.
Chitara, wrong.
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
that. Ugh,
This is boring.
that's boring.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
This is not.
I like they move that. The logo down to the middle.
Yeah.
Have it sitting right on her hips.
I don't like Lionel's face though. Lionel's
No,
face
I don't
looks
like his face.
weird.
But
It
if you're
looks
looking
weird.
at his face,
You're doing something wrong. If you're looking at his face, you're doing it wrong.
the butt brings you to his face on that one.
He's got a little jealous look on his face, though.
Mhm.
Like,
you
what are
could've
you
just
looking
left
at?
him out.
You're looking at her ass, aren't you?
Yeah. He's checking out Shatar. I do like the zigzag here. Doop to doop.
Yeah.
Like that. And then down. Doop, here. It's got a good composition.
Yeah.
Good composition on that cover. Oh, these are always fun.
Yeah.
I had that toy.
Nice.
Is
I had
that
that toy.
a cover of the toy?
There's a guy over
in the card. Yeah,
that would be fun.
That's that's been a big fad in variant covers for a long time.
Yeah, there's a guy over in Lafayette that does all of these covers.
Yeah.
That does these toy covers. He paints these up for most of the companies. For most of the companies. No, thank you.
No.
That's
Oh boy. Yeah.
That's probably the
High school?
animation art.
Maybe.
Like I took, it's like that is like minimum effort.
Yeah. That's it's not even balanced. It's like this is like a mirrored body. You know what I mean? Like there's no body weight distribution there. Just dude.
No
Go back,
asymmetry.
go back to school, sir. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got wimpy legs.
Yeah.
Great
There we-
cover.
That's the cover that's going to sell.
Yeah,
That's the one that'll
that's
sell.
the stuff.
This one will sell too.
This one's good too. This one's
That'll be
good.
the other one to
There's
sell.
a lot to be said for the simplicity of that logo cover, though.
Mhm.
Pretty a real recognizable icon.
Yeah. I mean, this is directly from the show, so I see the merit. But as a composition, it's boring.
This might actually be the one that sells the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is pretty cool. I like it. Looks like colored pencil.
Yeah. Could be.
Pastel.
Yeah, it could be pastel
It's
too.
definitely a mixed media of some kind.
And
And this
actually
was-
be physically painted.
Yeah, I don't think this was done digitally. I think this was traditional work.
Yep.
Doesn't look like oil to me.
Yeah, it looks like acrylic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Does look acrylic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Glenn would know.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about that, but it looks like acrylic to me.
I'll defer to Glenn here.
Well, I watch David Finch do a lot of art.
With color
He
pencils?
does his stuff, and he does a lot of colored pencil
Yeah.
with watercolor and acrylic.
Look, let's
And he
not
mixes it all up.
let's not put wizardry into the mix.
I did that with the similar thing with Russ's cover that I did for him, and
Oh,
I did color pencil and color ink on it, and ordinary pencil as well. Mixed it up.
Yeah, that Lionel alternate cover has some recent
Miller.
Frank Miller energy.
Yeah.
It's clearly not Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the one with the mirrored image. Yeah.
Yeah, and that it's not a drastic reimagining. I think makes people excited
Yeah.
about it.
Hopefully not. If it goes like She-Ra the animated show way, that would be unfortunate. Actually, they did that too with the Thundercats Roar. I don't know if you remember that reimagination of Thundercats. And dude, that was horrible.
Yeah, that I think the cover we really liked was Jay Lee, wasn't it?
Mm.
Looked like his style anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, good news, guys. Beckett now is going to offer grading and slabbing for manga.
Can you open those with a heat gun too?
Yeah, you open it with a heat gun.
Yeah.
Pop it open. I watched a couple of shorts. There's this. It's like hashtag free the slab or something like that, where these comic shops are opening up the slabbed comic books. Like they're just breaking them open.
Why would you slab a VHS tape?
Why would you what?
This is about slabbing. It says offers grade. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Beckett Collectibles, which offers grading for comics, cards, and VHS tapes, among other items, is expanding its services to include manga. The company offers professional evaluation of condition, verification, or authentication of signatures, and encapsulation, standard and encapsulation. Oh my gosh. So, I guess they do slab a VHS tape. That's weird. Standard price is $30 a book.
Ka-ching.
Why would you slap a DVD or a tape? What?
That's what
some of the DVDs now are incredibly valuable.
Okay.
And have gone up, just skyrocketed in price because they don't get other pressings or other media, and you can't find them on any of the streaming services. That kind
I've got
of stuff.
millions of them.
Okay, there's a
might
market.
be very valuable.
Okay, there's a market in Mexico City called Tepito. Any DVD you want, ever. Still, 2024, you can go there and get it. So, nah.
I'll never support slabbed books. Too impersonal. Yeah. Dumb. Manga doesn't normally have 50 runs of one cover. LOL.
Yeah.
All right, so remember when my mom did this? So, and I think my mother-in-law did it too. Disney used to have the vault, and they would bring VHS out every once in a while.
Yes.
And only for a limited time could you actually buy it.
Yes.
And so it was such a big deal to buy the VHS and have it, right? My mom collected so many Disney movies because of that in that way. And then when things went digital and you could get it all on the streaming services, it completely devalued.
Not completely. The Black Diamond run is still worth a lot of money.
But I'm talking about VHS.
There you go.
So we were pricing out the VHSs because my mother and father they had a whole bunch, and there's like, maybe you can see how much we could sell this for. And so I looked at what they had, and I said, you might be able to get, I think the most valuable one that you have is like $30. And they were like, what? Like they were expecting much higher value over time.
Yeah.
But it has not. It has not grown in value.
That's because the format has become obsolete.
Yeah.
Or recognized as obsolete. Yeah.
And you can get those movies with a membership to Disney Plus.
There's a couple of key films though that they don't circulate anymore. Song of the South, I think, had one VHS pressing.
I love that movie.
The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh was had a VHS pressing that you can't find anywhere.
I think they've canceled Song of the South.
Yeah, they have.
Now I'm going to see
Zippity, my oh my, wonderful day. Very good. I own exactly one slabbed book, and it's my now famous Pit #1 newsstand edition at a 9.4. I have reader copies galore of the regular direct edition. Yeah, something like that is worth.
Sorry, okay, I'm gonna stop.
I have a whopping 2 slabbed books in my collection. One is the Owasso Taco House Funnies at a 9.8. Another one is the Scribble Monster comic book that was done by Perry Toth, who was a contributor to the newspaper that I did. That's at a 9.6. Yeah. That's
Thank you for the serenade.
Peter Pan. Yeah.
So Beckett is continuing its heritage in manga. I never know how to pronounce it. Manga.
It's like manga.
That started with the Beckett anime in Manga Magazine, said Bill Sutherland, head of Beckett Manga, in a statement accompanying the announcement. Its entry into the world of manga grading is set to revolutionize the way manga collectors interact with their cherished collections. What a way to come into something right as
check your shoes,
right as the rest of the world is leaving Slabbed Comics.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's happening? They realize Slabbed Comics aren't working anymore. I really feel like that market is right on the edge of complete collapse. And when that goes, because comics are made with variant covers to sell to the investors,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see I think you're going to see comics start to take a steep nosedive.
Manger.
Manga. CGC actually announced DVD and Blu-ray slabbing last month.
Just like the Incredible said,
Welcome while you got him.
Yeah.
Slab bubble is already bursting. Yep.
Yep. There's a slab bubble.
Emperor's naked.
Not for nothing, but manga's gay and lame compared to comics.
Yeah.
Right. I get it.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, even like unless there's a very style where like male heroes look very like hyper masculine, mostly it's very effeminate.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
You know what they need to bring is bronze dipping of comic books.
Yeah, I mean, if you see like Fist of the North Star, it's like hyper masculine. Everybody has like 4 pectorals and.
Hey, come get your bronze copy of Hybrids today.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But
you know, these guys though, you can't get them to think differently. Like when you talk that the market needs to change, that there needs to be some update to things, you cannot get them to use their brains. They won't. Everyone's like, they just did a whole series of, is the direct market in trouble? But they're not going to change anything. They don't know how. That's why I believe, like we said earlier, that, you know, new and innovative ways. I think that they say that, but they don't know what it means.
Yep.
I don't think they get it. They have no clue what that is.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
That's
that
right.
like
You
button,
can't
everyone.
tell me nothing. Definitely hit that like button. Doctor Who actor David Tennant's wife bullied off of Twitter for refusing to attack Israel. Have you heard about this?
Oh boy.
No.
Boy.
She's pretty.
Peter Davidson's daughter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. So she played she was in an episode of The Doctor's Daughter where she played Tennant's
That was the name of the
daughter.
episode, was The Doctor's Daughter. Yeah.
So she played Tennant's like the Doctor's daughter, right?
It's a clone of
Tennant, I think. They met there. And fell in love. But she's
David-
actually the Doctor's daughter in real life.
Yeah.
Right? So
David
the
looks
doctor's
ill.
the doctor's
He looks ill.
yeah, he's doesn't look good.
He's kind of getting older, you know.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
you know, he looks
he
like
always
he did.
had that ferrety look. Like that's his jam.
He really looks spindly in the specials too.
Yeah, he's very
Right.
skinny now.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
He's probably gone vegan. Not good. Not good. He's
Oh,
going gray.
that explains it.
He's
There's
going
a-
gray.
There's a few drugs that will do that to you, but I'm not going to say that's.
No, dude, but veganism will do a number of you because plenty of hot chicks have been lost to veganism. Like, I'm a vegan and I'm healthy. Like, you look like a freaking skeleton. You're eerie looking. Get out of my face. And has happened so many times. Like, have some meat, please.
Yeah. So the doctor's daughter married the doctor, then got pregnant, and they had a doctor, and then they had a daughter. So the doctor's daughter married the doctor, then had the doctor's daughter.
Yep.
Very confusing.
Yep.
Very
Take
confusing.
care, Comics Crusaders. Says, hey guys, finished my work shift. Got to pick up weed. You guys rule.
There you go, man.
Go
Have
get
a
it.
good one. Nice.
You
Thanks
go
for hanging
get
out.
it, too.
With
that like
So can you just do a recap? That lady there is married to David Tennant.
Yep.
Yes.
In real life.
Yes.
Yes.
But she was on Doctor Who with him.
She
Yes.
played-
Yes.
Yeah. She
But
played the daughter.
And she played his daughter.
Yes.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Now she played his clone, actually, kind of.
But the episode was called the Doctor's Daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
she was his daughter.
And in real life, she's the daughter of Peter Davidson.
Peter Davidson, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, it's a family affair.
Well, she's lovely.
David Tennant.
Yeah.
David Tennant recently returned to the role of the Doctor for Doctor Who's 60th anniversary, with 3 specials written by Russell T Davies. Tennant, along with the cast and crew of Doctor Who, have been pushing radical left agendas within the show and on their personal platforms for a long time.
What
But
site
it
is
wasn't
this?
This is from the Fandom Pulse.
Okay.
This is who wrote this one.
All right. Oh,
John Delarose. So yeah, it's going to
Yeah,
be a
okay.
little skewed. It's going to be a little skewed.
Yep.
Along with the cast and crew of Doctor Who. All right, but it wasn't enough for an increasingly angry online mob who's been demanding the cancellation of anyone who isn't rabidly pro-Palestine. His wife, Georgia Tennant, was bullied to the point she deleted her Twitter X account this weekend.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Imagine having
I guess
that
that
kind of pressure on you.
Yeah, wait, Ginger. Yeah, Georgia Tennant is a Zionist?
You know, those progressives are so against your ists and phobes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you support...
They're the violent
don't-
ones.
If
Yeah.
you don't support the genocide of Jewish people, then you're a Zionist.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So who's the real Nazis? Who's the real
Exactly.
Nazis? Let me ask that question.
Anyone named Adolf will
exactly.
give me pause, but aside from that, like I can't say I really know. But if your
Isn't
name is
that-
Adolf, I would go like, okay.
Yeah.
All of the politics around that crap is just getting to ridiculous levels of stupidity.
Yeah.
And greatness, like you
more.
don't know what's what.
Yep.
You don't know what's what anymore. Like if you don't support Israel, you're a Zionist. If you support you're a Nazi. It's just like I've seen like people like protesters, like pro-Palestine, like waving like Nazi flags on their cell phones, like just showing them, like, ooh, and it's like, dude, really?
There's that there's that
But it's being unlikely.
commentator Constantine. He goes to one of the protests and he asks him what the sign means, right? And then the protester is like, I don't know. They just gave me the sign.
Oh.
And it's so freaking sad because, like, if you know what's on the sign, you wouldn't really want to support it if you were.
That's
an
the
intelligent
majority of the
being.
protesters out there anyway.
Yeah.
About most
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody does their research. They just follow other people blindly.
And I was like,
That's,
well, that sounds like
On
cool.
their own, they can't. Yeah. That area
Well,
is Jesus' homeland, so the Christians should make that area their home base.
Mhm.
No, they shouldn't.
No.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
All right. So just to clarify my wow, it's not a response to being called something. Call me what you want. That's fine. It's a response to a lie. I don't like lying.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I don't like lying either. You know who
Yeah.
else doesn't like lying?
Well, everybody, I would hope, but obviously they don't.
There's only one thing I hate more than lying. Skim milk, which is water that's lying about being milk.
True that. True that. Just like
I don't
soy,
like lying.
like soy milk is not really soy milk. It's soy juice. There's no breast in soy.
You could lie to save your life, though.
You could. I don't tend to comment on here unless I feel my contribution can offer more than others on this. It can't. I do not support the killing of innocent people, nor do I associate with people who do. But you know that.
Somebody's got their didgeridoo out.
There we go.
Well,
But you know that. If you want to hear from people about what is happening anywhere around the world, look to those whose words can inform and teach you. I follow lots of people who have taught me a huge amount recently, and I can't recommend it enough. I will always support everyone's right to live in peace. Always.
Yep.
hey,
Amen.
Pedro, is there a rally, like a rally race going on in your neighborhood?
Oh no, it's street vendors with their loud bikes.
Gotcha.
Street vendor Grand Prix.
Yeah, exactly. The race for the bigger tamale.
Eddie Brock writes an article over here on the Fandom Pulse, everybody. Check out thefandompulse.com. John Bernthal's Punisher is going to clean up the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Daredevil Born Again on Disney+.
I saw him on a tank yesterday with Brad Pitt.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen nothing on it, but they said like that Echo show has been like atrocious to the level that
it's not good.
You haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Can't wait to see it.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
You won't be entertained.
I'll sit through it. The wife wants to watch it anyway. So
I
did finish Monarch though. If you haven't seen that over on Apple TV, phenomenal. 10 episodes, all great.
Monarch,
Great ending. Yeah.
From the Godzilla universe?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's got Kurt Russell and his son playing the same character in different time periods. It's really good.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm gonna check that out.
It's very amazing.
Literally jobs for the boys.
Yeah.
Wish I could afford all the different subscriptions to everything.
Yeah, I was just thinking something like that. Yeah.
I don't either, but I have 2 daughters and a stepson. So
I only
guys
get them to
family.
We
That's why you need family. People are going to destroy the family. How are you going to have subscription to everything if you don't have a family?
That's right.
And if it's only for that, have kids.
Yep. John Bernthal's Punisher is set to make his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the upcoming Disney Plus series, which isn't exactly true because they just admitted everything that was on Netflix is actually canon. Disney Plus series Daredevil Born Again. This news has been met with excitement from fans who have come to know and love Bernthal's portrayal of the character from his appearances in Netflix's Daredevil and the Punisher.
Dude, the Bernthal's Punisher was amazing.
Yep.
Like I really is the thing is like I enjoyed the Thomas Jane Punisher. Don't get me wrong. Like I enjoyed the movie. It was goofy. Like John Travolta is like the Miami Devil, but still, like how Thomas Jane did it was cool. But Bernthal just blew him out of the water.
Do you know why that role is so good and then he is so good in that role? As soon as he got that job, he ran to a comic shop and bought every Punisher comic.
Yeah.
Out of that store and read them.
I don't know if you've seen that movie, Fury, the movie on the tank.
Yeah, Glenn was just talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bernthal's was part of the tank crew.
Yeah.
And you hated that idiot. Like,
yeah.
Dude, like he's an awesome actor. So yeah.
He's really good in everything he's done. Yeah.
He is good.
You know what I'd like to see is play the Punisher?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Whoa. No,
that was a joke.
What?
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Have you sat through Ghost Rider 2 yet?
Yeah, I've sat through.
You got me.
Okay, then I know you're.
Malama. It's like whoa, hey.
That was worth it.
In an interview with Collider, Bernthal discussed the types of people who may be drawn to Frank Castle's brand of justice and family. According to Bernthal, there is a little bit of Frank in everyone. And he named comic book fans, first responders, veterans of the armed forces, and people from all over the world as examples. Everybody except for the people at the Marvel offices right now.
Yeah. Okay. I have another caveat to do here because looks-wise, Ray Stevenson looked better as the Punisher, but just because of his physical presence, But again, Bernthal's performance is still at the top for me.
Great actor. I mean, and it really comes down to that, right?
Yeah.
You can look exactly like you're supposed to from the source material.
Yeah.
But can you act the part? And so I'm not one of those people that is like, well, it has to be someone that looks. But
exactly
if find someone. If there's plenty of actors and actresses that are qualified that do look the part, then get them. But the truth is, everything you see John Bernthal in, right? You're like, wow, he would make a great Punisher.
Yeah.
Because he gets it. Like his Shane on The Walking Dead was so good. So good. Yeah. I mean, I loved hating that character. Like I rooted for him for a little bit. And then I was like,
he can play evil. Yeah.
He gets it. And you almost root for him in the way that he's doing it. Like what he wants is the misguided desire, right? And really that is the Punisher, isn't it? this rage. It's this misguided rage that thinks it's going to lead him to one resolution, but doesn't, and then he owns it. I think I loved it. I mean, very good job.
Bernthal also emphasized the importance of future Disney portrayals and adaptations of the Punisher staying true to the original work in order to preserve the character's integrity. I think there's a reason why that character has resonated deeply and strongly as he has, Bernthal said. In the hearts and minds of comic book fans and first responders and people in the military and people all over the globe, I think there's a little bit of Frank Castle in everybody.
But isn't that called toxic masculinity?
That's exactly, That some people would call it, but there's no such thing as toxic.
I wonder what John thinks about what they've done recently in the comics with the
Punisher. Like the rest of us. Yeah,
probably.
Daredevil Born Again will consist of 18 episodes once they get them done.
Whoa!
And will mark the Punisher's first appearance in the MCU. Bernthal has been confirmed to return as the Punisher for Born Again, but it remains to be seen what kind of role he will play in both the series and the MCU going forward. This is a significant departure from Disney's usual format of 6 or 9 episodes, and it will provide ample opportunity for Bernthal's Frank Castle to be fully integrated into the series and the franchise as a whole.
I thought you were going to say, this is going to be a departure from emasculating all male characters to elevate female characters. So
they'll have him do the Walk of Fame just like Daredevil did in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Aren't they making Iron Fist a lady? Aren't they recasting her as him as a her?
I have no idea. Dude, I haven't heard anything about it.
Iron Fist is one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. I love Heroes for Hire, his adventures with Luke Cage, and what they did in Netflix to him was already a travesty.
You might be one of the only people I've ever heard that cares about Iron Fist.
Dude, I do care a lot. Dude, look at the Immortal Iron Fist. That run, I think, is from 2006. Dude, if you can get your hand, it's like a freaking Bruce Lee movie in comic book form. They even name their punches. Dude, it's awesome. It's an awesome run. If you can get your hands on that.
Go ahead, Randy.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Showrunners of Daredevil Born Again, Matt Corman and Chris Ord, are taking creative license with the adaptation, as the Punisher does not appear in the Born Again comic book series. However, he also indicates that they and Disney have plans for Bernthal's transformation into the renowned anti-hero. The Born Again comics are primarily the story of Matt Murdock and Kingpin, as Karen Page reveals the former's true identity, leading to Matt's downward spiral and eventual homelessness. Kingpin sends various goons, including soldiers with superpowers, to kill Matt when he is at his most vulnerable.
I think it's going to be a good...
I like the sound of this.
Well, they've already... They had, 8 or 9 episodes of this already in the can, and Kevin Feige took a look at it and trashed, made him redo it.
Yeah.
Apparently, some of the choreography was pretty garbage too.
I heard the entire thing was so bad. He just said scrap it and start over.
Dude, I saw the highlight they did on Echo on the fight choreography. She was trash, and I don't want to go into that because she is handicapped or whatever. But the Daredevil stunts were on point.
Yeah,
he was moving like Daredevil. I really liked that. So.
Fans have expressed their excitement for Bernthal's return to the role as the Punisher, and it's clear that he is enormously protective of the character. Bernthal's performance as Frank has become synonymous with the anti-hero, and it's likely that he wanted a real, authentic arc for the character instead of simply reprising the role for the sake of it, or worse, giving Disney free rein to modify the anti-hero. I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that if and when we do it right. Bernthal may have also been concerned about the potential recasting of the character, as fans have expressed worry about that, about what will happen to Karen and Foggy.
Okay, so this is what got Henry Cavill in trouble with The Witcher. I'm going to look after the character, so I don't know. I'm taking a huge grain of salt with this.
This has nothing to do with what we've just been saying, but just occurred to me. What's the guy called who plays Reacher on the TV, not Tom Cruise. the other
Alan
guy.
Richardson. Yeah.
He's really big guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a brilliant Captain America.
Yep.
He would.
He would. He'd also be a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Or
he
they-
says
he
he
would-
really wants to be Batman. Yeah.
So this is a curveball. This is a curveball. He will be a great sentry, though.
He's already
He'd be
been
a great
Aquaman.
Yeah.
He's already been Aquaman and Hawk from Hawk and Dove.
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he could fit a lot of those.
Yeah.
He's very pliable in those areas. So.
I'm just
There's
looking, just looking
there's
at the angles on his face. He's
Yeah.
very Kirby Captain America.
Mhm.
He's got that
big
heroic
square
look to it.
jaw and handsome, and a big guy. He's perfect for Captain America.
There's a great podcast with him and Michael Rosenbaum that they did about a year ago, just before Reacher came out on Amazon Prime. That's really a really good interview where he talks about actually hitting the top and hitting the bottom at the same time. He got he wrote a list of everything he ever wanted to do, and he did it all in 1 year. And then he got up there and he says, "What's next?" And it drove him into the deepest depression of his life.
I bet it did. Yeah.
And he climbed out very slowly, but he climbed out,
I
and then
like
he
it.
got Reacher. Oh yeah,
We talked about
really good.
we talked about the best, casting decisions or whoever could play the best character. I saw a post on Twitter the other day about the worst Marvel casting stuff, and I think mine was Elektra from the Daredevil, the new one.
Yeah.
I thought that was just
the new Elektra. Yeah,
Yeah, that Elektra.
the old
not-
Elektra wasn't much good either. So
Nope.
They do this thing where they'll cast people that are the hot ticket at the moment for a movie, and I just don't like that pattern. That's what I loved about the Netflix series with the Marvel shows.
Yeah, but the thing
they cast the best actor for it. Is
Yeah.
what they did.
Yeah, but the thing with a
Yeah,
character
probably.
like Elektra is that it just can't be a hot chick.
Yeah.
She's a Greek lady with a very distinct look. So basically, with somebody like Elektra, I would look with somebody who would look good with a bandana on her head.
So have you seen that video, this viral video of this gal whipping around this bow staff?
Yeah.
She would be a great Elektra, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She's a little light, though. I mean, she's fairly waifish. They need a little bit larger, I think.
I don't know, man.
Not Gina, what's her size, but somewhere in between.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Elektra's not a buxom character either. Like it can't
No.
be like a hot bombshell. Like no.
I want to thank
it has to be
Create TV
like-
again
yeah.
for the super chat today. We do appreciate it. Thank you very
Just
much.
a little bit.
Hey guys, we're hitting the 3 hours soon, so
Yep, it is
We gotta get
time to
mine.
give away the
Yeah,
last
give
one.
away.
The last
the
one.
last biscuit.
Yep. Who's going to win the biscuit?
Yeah.
Randy, you pick one.
hit that randomizer.
Yeah, random. Hit that randomizer. That randomizer and stick it in the private chat for us there.
Are you asking?
A bit nicer.
All right.
I'm asking Randy to hit the randomizer.
Yeah.
You do it, and here you
Taste
go.
the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's your kind of girl, isn't it?
All right. We have
And
a winner.
the winner for this one is Coco Shuko Papa
There we are.
They're very good. That was very good. Yeah.
Very good.
Or be more
Papa
agile.
Shango.
Yeah.
The action figure.
Great.
Oh, it's more of a static figure. It's not very actiony. The
Yeah.
static figure and a copy of Hybrids Volume 1. Please email Luke at fundmycomic.com. Send me your address and we'll get these things out in the mail to you today or tomorrow.
Flip City in the house. Honey
What's
sauce.
up?
Honey sauce.
Stop it.
Honey sauce, man. So 100th episode. It's been a lot of fun today.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a good time.
No
Biscuit
doom and
goodness.
gloom.
Yeah.
It's been a good day today. The chat's been good. Glenn, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's all right. I've
being a
enjoyed
part
it.
of
It's
it.
good. Yeah.
You've got a book over on Fund My Comic right now. I do
Yeah.
wanna
I do. It's by Hatch. Whoops, my Hatch annotated book, which shows you all about the origins of my character. It's got lots of published and unpublished artwork in, pencils in it, all kinds of things. Gives you the evolution of him. He even turns up in Jack Kirby's house. There you go.
Neat.
And hang on, just a sec. Can you see that?
Yes, I
That's
can.
me with Kirby, and there's the Hatch on the desk, on that desk that produced all those wonderful creations.
There you go.
The same desk.
Story of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it also shows you if I can just show you this, the evolution of the clay model that my wife made.
There you go.
Glenn, you're so good at putting together books.
Well, thank you.
You understand good flow for the reader. Very entertaining. Guys, get over there. Check it out on Fund My Comic. 11 backers. It is in a storefront at the moment.
Yep.
So please go over there, check that out, grab a copy of that. And Glenn is shipping them out. So you don't have to wait long unless the post holds on to it like it did mine.
That's beyond my, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Another quick reminder, we are doing the Fundiverse.com, the first 25 campaigns to go live. We'll have a 1% platform fee. And so we are working on that. This is for everything other than comics and games, although you can put comics and games up there. It is really kind of for all the other stuff. So be sure to check that out. Help spread the word on that. We do appreciate it very, very much. And as always, definitely check out the fundmycomic.com. We do also encourage you to go up to your address bar, just like I'm doing right now, and type in Arrow Comics.store, not .com, .store. Okay. Hit enter. Go over there and check out all of the great books that we have available right now on arrowcomics.store. I also encourage you to go to lukestonestudios.com and consider becoming a site member where you'll get access to new books as they come out, shipped to you whenever they come out, just as part of the plan. Consider a regular supply of biscuits, if you will.
Yeah. Sorry.
There you go.
Guys, it has been a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
100, man. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot to do. Here's to 100 more.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man.
Cheers, baby.
It'd be another 2 years. Another 2 years of doing this. Yeah. To do another 100 of them.
Wait, I'm going to have to hang out with you guys for another 200 years.
For another 2 years. Yeah. Not 200. Yeah. I don't think I'll be here for 200 years.
200.
Oh, hi. 100 episodes. That's a lot.
100 episodes of doing just enough to get by.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just enough to get by. And we certainly have. We've gotten by today. Again, it has been a great show. We've been able to get out, give away some fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to sending those things out. Please, 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 please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out, we've been doing this thing, these bacon bits.
Yeah.
We're on bacon bits.
Neighbor. We're on the nosy neighbor.
The nosy neighbor.
Yeah.
I noticed today you tried to chime in with some takes that might make the clips today.
Oh,
I was proud of you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Listen, I'm a guy who would allow people to talk, but I don't know why I'm making the highlights and I'm not saying anything. I found it funny because I'm like,
yeah, just
there we are.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Tomorrow morning, Comics by Night, more Two-Fist.
Yep, check that out. Definitely go check out Glenn's stuff on Amazon. Check out his stuff on fundmycomic.com.
Yep.
Support him. One of the, I think, in my opinion, one of the top artists out there working today.
There we are.
And be looking out for a project that Arrow's going to be releasing.
Yeah.
With Russ Leach and Randy Zimmerman.
Yeah, the Shadow Kingdom. It'll be available on My Comic. That's 1st of March.
Yep. Glenn's got a part to play in that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some colouring for. I'm not sure where it's going to be used, if it's going to be used, but I've done some colouring on some of Russ's artwork that I'm quite pleased with. I hope he is. But yeah, the series is going to be great.
It's going to be a fun project. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a great book. Great book. Yeah.
Speaking about Russ Leach, he's doing got some cover art that he did for me for a book I got coming out.
There you go.
Take a look at that.
There you go.
For this Driftwood story about necromancers coming out eventually. I'm not 100%
sure. That needs me to colour it, you see.
Yeah, there you go.
One of these days it's coming out.
Looking good.
Maybe by episode 200 we'll see it. Maybe by episode 200 we'll get that one out. Thanks again for
It'll be
guys.
long out by episode 200. Long out.
Here's Gary Martin. Welcome, Gary Martin.
Hey, Gary. How you doing, sir?
Good to see you in the house.
So
Hail,
guys,
hail.
we're going to end on time today.
Yes.
Remember, build up more than you tear down. There's so many people out there being negative and just ripping things to pieces. Let's try to make some things happen. Do good things for people. Leave the wood pile higher than you found it.
Please.
And by all means, my friends, please be careful out there.
Be careful.
Let's be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. 2 Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain. Moving on, I see it 211, half a dozen 459, 2 ADWs, a GTA, several miscellaneous crimes.